Oh my gosh.
Holy crap.
What even is this?
All right. Hello, people.
Hello.
We're doing a live interview with my good friend and cool guy, Billy Crinion.
That is a me.
Yes, hello. We've done interviews in the past, but
Oh, people are coming in now.
yeah, people. Look at all these people.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh god. These too many people.
Oh yeah, no, this happens every stream. It freaks me out.
This is terrible.
Um, so
I've never seen this.
we've done interviews in the past, and I mean, like, it was cool. I wanted to do more. So
They were chill.
So
Yeah.
hello everybody.
This is the updated version. Because when did we do them before? Like 2015, 16?
Long time ago.
Yeah. Wow.
So yeah, we wanna.
I was a baby boy.
Yeah, I wanted to check up on you because a lot of cool shit's been happening. Also,
Yeah,
we
I
can
stepped
mildly
away for a
swear
while.
now because now that I am king
I barely
of it,
swear in videos as is, so I'm okay.
I swear a lot. So I mean I try not to when I do
that's
these.
Okay.
But
That's okay. It's good. I don't mind personally,
okay.
so that's okay.
Okay.
But yeah. Hello, people.
Hello. If you guys have questions, feel free to ask. We might answer a few of them.
Somebody just said, "Is this dude high?" No,
No, Billy's just Irish, so he always sounds tired.
I'm Irish and a chill baby boy.
Yeah. So it's good for productivity though.
Yeah,
I've actually been listening to more like jazz and trying to be more chill during like art
Oh.
streams.
dude. Like half of my stuff is like chill Zelda lo-fi.
Oh yeah, I've got a bunch of that on frickin' Spotify.
Yeah. Oh, my cat's in here. Hello, Will. What are you doing?
We're interviewing the cat now.
Meow meow.
Cotton the Random Bunny asks, "Is this a question?" Well, yes, it is. So I had
just
a few
answer.
questions to start off with.
Sure.
Some important ones were the reason you're being interviewed by the movie is because of your involvement with Eddsworld or the movie in some way. So
Yeah.
go ahead and explain to all the fine people how you came to be a boy within the movie.
That's a long and arduous. Well, 5 years ago. 6 years ago? No, 5. I. Oh, actually, I don't know. I liked Eddsworld. I found out that I could kind of draw like Ed. Well, I thought I did, and then I realized I could be a lot better, and then I did. But yeah. Then I saw that Mark. I followed him for a while on like DeviantArt when I was on that, and was like, "Whoa, yo, dude, you're making an Eddsworld movie. I mean, if you need a hand with animation or you just want tips, just hit me up." And he was like, "Got a proposition for you. Do you want to be the lead animator on this?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure. That sounds awesome." And so that's what happened. It was when Mark had a guy called Jonah on the team. They were like the two writers in the initial script. And then that happened, and then we got more people in, and we got the voice of Ed Anthony, who was also an animator on the team. Then we got Tal, the voice of Tom, and then do we have a Matt anymore? I don't know.
Yeah, actually,
Um,
Mark is Matt now.
Oh, okay. Because we had a guy called, I think, James.
Yeah,
I think that was his name.
James
Yeah.
contacted me recently.
Oh, really?
Not super recently, but kind of recently, because there was a lot of confusion about his position with the movie while there were changes being made.
Oh, yeah, of course.
He thought we kicked him out, which was
No.
it was not the case. I made sure to tell
No.
him, I was like, listen, we don't want you to leave the movie, but we're willing to work with you, help you be another character.
Yeah.
He hasn't gotten back to me since, so I don't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. So whether or
I
not
see his
he's
stuff on Instagram. He looks like he's having a good time.
yeah, well, if he wants to come back, the door is always open.
Door is open. And yeah, so that happened, and then cut to 2016. or I guess cut to 2014 really, because by then Fun Dead was happening, and I had gotten in touch with Paul because of Mark. Mark had been chatting to Paul prior, and then I was like, I want to, and so I added him on Skype, and he was kind enough to start talking to me. And then one of the days, at like we were, I tried talking to him as much as I could, and or as much as he would let me. And one of the days, he was like, he sent me like a little clip or SWF of a thing from Fun Dead, and it was the crowd of zombies walking along, and then I saw my character, and I was like, no, you did not. um and I was like, oh my god. So then after that, you cut to 2016, and I was like, okay, I have my character in Eddsworld. That's really cool. Mark got an email from Tom and Eddie doing Legacy, and we're like, hey, um you guys are really good at replicating the style, and we like you're obviously devoted fans. Do you want to do like a shot or a scene or two for this upcoming last two episodes? And we were, well, he came to me about it, and he was like, well, you're the animator, so do you want to work together on this? He'll storyboard, I'll animate. And that's what happened. And so we initially just got the 25 feet under the seat flashback scene. Mark storyboarded that, and we just took the assets from the actual episode. And then after that, they were like, hey, you're the guy actually animating all this stuff, so we'll talk to you for a second. Do you want to animate this, like, the post credits scene? I was like, yeah, sure. That's amazing. That's like basically the last scene of Legacy. Of course I would. And so that was when the guy was like, boo 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 Edgeworld, blah blah. I was like, hell yeah. And then it showed John as a ghost, which is now like this huge thing.
Oh yeah,
Which
people are really upset by that.
Crazy to think. Yeah, but it's crazy to think that I just was like, okay, I'll just draw John as a ghost, and now everybody is drawing John as a ghost. And he initially didn't have legs, or did he have legs in the final one? I can't remember. It was one of the two.
He does
Either
have
he
legs.
didn't have legs. Okay, then yeah, he didn't have legs initially, and he was just like this floating, like Danny Phantom kind of situation. And so then they were like, give him legs. And so I did. And we had like the General McCoy poster in the background, so technically the movie is canon but not. And that was that. Then that was the end of the Eddsworld stuff, like the official stuff, and the movie was the thing, and I was helping out as much as I could during my last few years of high school, secondary school, whatever you want to call it. And I just kept like pestering Tom and Eddie, and Eddie was kind enough to do some one or two voices for me for my own cartoon that only saw the light of day this year, because I've been so busy. But yeah, basically from 2017 to now, I was pestering Tom and getting other work in between, and then 2018 really picked up animation wise, and Tom was like, hey, do you want to work on Crash soon? We're doing this episode and we're kind of stuck, there's not a lot happening. And I was like, oh, I would love to, but I just got a 6-week contract with Mashed. And so that's how the whole Crash Zoom thing started after the 6 weeks, and that's where I came to be now.
That's
So oh, and I voiced Paul in the movie. I completely forgot I did that. And yeah, and then I just kind of like faded away from the movie for a while, I guess.
Yeah, but you've been busy working on Crash Zoom. We all miss you
And
in the production
yeah.
crew, but we're also proud of you.
I mean, I'm in there as much as I can.
I also saw you also announced that you're going in for an animation degree.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot of stuff in that. So I'm in college, uni, I guess is what you'd call it. And I skipped my first year because I knew a bit too much, and I've done 2 years now, so I'm finished my diploma. I'm graduating that, or I'm getting that physical diploma in October. So I've graduated my diploma, and then I got enough points to get up into my top up bachelor's degree for animation, and so I got that, and I was like, "This is dope."
That's really cool.
Thank you.
The moment you posted that in the server, I went around telling everybody like a proud mom. It's like, look at my boy, he's getting a degree, and everyone's like, "Yay, we're so proud for Billy. He's a big boy now."
Yeah.
It's really exciting to see somebody that you've like. I mean, I haven't really worked with you much, but like,
Well, we've talked a lot. Though.
Yeah. Did you popped into one of my streams and like was like, "Hey, let's chat," right? That's how we met.
That's exactly it. It was either you came to mine, or that's how we. I think no. Was it my stream? And I was like, "Hey, do you want to just jump in?"
I think so. It was one or the other.
Yeah, it was one or the other. But
yeah, that thing was said like either I went to one of yours or you went to one of mine, and whoever was
like,
streaming was
just
like, "Hey, just jump in."
Like, yeah. Not knowing each other prior, like that was fun. That was cool.
Yeah.
And then you became a part of the Eddsworld situation.
Yeah, that was really weird. That's gotta be that's a whole nother story for a whole nother interview.
Oh yeah.
But
for when I interview you.
we could do that.
Yeah, sure. I mean, why not?
But so you're still trying to be involved in the movie. There's been a lot of...
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm definitely I'm trying to find time for those goddamn storyboards.
Well, don't rush it too hard, because there are a lot of changes happening right now.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like that's why I haven't done them since you said that. But like before that, I was just trying to find time, but I couldn't. So luckily, I didn't do that much to do that, I guess.
Yeah. I want to make the story a little bit more cohesive, so some things might change.
Oh yeah, of course.
And I'm sorry to anyone who hates to hear that the script is being edited again, but
it's on hiatus again. It'll come out in 2014, guys. Calm down.
2014.
I know, right? We have posters. It's fine.
there's if you're selling Eddsworld Fan Movie merch, please don't.
I'm not.
No, not
joking,
you.
but...
I'm talking to anybody.
Oh yeah, them. Okay.
A lot of the crew members keep finding people who are selling the merch.
Oh really?
Yeah. Who are like reproducing the stuff that we've like uploaded.
It's stuff like on Redbubble and stuff like that, where you just can like input your own kind of thing.
Yeah, there was some porn artist who was posting Eddsworld Fan Movie posters.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's getting weird, man. People are trying to bank off of like Eddsworld and the movie's popularity, and I
mean
it's really weird.
Yeah.
It's really weird. I don't like it.
It's so spooky.
So how has it been being a freelance artist / working with Tommy Boy?
It's been good. It's ups and downs. So it started off with doing really basic freelance work, stuff like I was doing €100 a minute. Like it was not good. Like a 4-minute video would be €400. It was sloppy. And it was, I didn't know any better, and everybody was like, "Hey, you're just a new animator anyway, so you're not going to be paying, they're not going to be like paying you this much for whatever." And I was like, "Yeah, okay, I get that." And then I think I bumped it up to 150 when Eddie was like, "Hey, do you want to do the bat thing?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I really like that. I still watch that, and I'm really proud of that. That was fun.
I'm one of the people who quotes that a lot. Bit.
bit. The flash file for that's really funny because it's all using the VCam, or like the little camera that you can download into Flash, and like half their bodies are missing, and he's like rotated like 90 degrees. It's very funny. And yeah, so I did that, and Eddie then was there's like a little reference in the bat thing, and it was like Mayor Jenkins or blah 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 from the Batman series was like, he's doing this, whatever, and it was actually a joke to Mayor or to Tom Jenkins, the owner of Mashed, the YouTube channel. So Eddie was referenced me to Mashed, and then they came to me and were like, "Hey, it's the new year, and we're putting out some more content. We want you to do a PUBG cartoon." And I was like, I've never played the game. I've never watched footage, but okay. And it was my first big break in freelance. It was a for me at the start it was a hefty amount, but it's nothing like what I should have been earning. Um, and I was like, yeah, totally I'll do this. This was the start of last year, and I was like, yes, please. So it was six weeks while doing my college work, doing all nighters to get a 6-minute cartoon out. And it killed me, but uh, but it got done. I got paid. And that's when I was able to grab my current home studio, with an actual computer rather than a blue screened every week laptop, and a bunch of other things which were just necessities basically for what I needed. And that was really handy. And then after that, or before that, I mentioned that Tom was like, "Hey, do you want to work on Crash Team?" I was like, "I have the 6-week contract, but after the 6 weeks, I'll come to you, and if you have anything for me, we'll work out." And so I came back to Tom, and Tom was like, "Yeah, we have basically done nothing since. So if you want to help us, we're like, send us over a test or whatever, and we'll get you started." And that was when they sent me like one scene to do, and then they were like, "Wow, you're pretty good at this, and you're working fast. This is cool." And Ben was the onlooker. He was like, or one shop. He was like, "Hey, okay, just art direction, blah blah blah, making sure everything looks the same." And then they were like, "Okay, well, if you want to do more," and I was like, "Yes, I'll do more. I'll do more seeds." And eventually, it became this thing where I was like, fixing up stuff. Like I was working with Creed, and Katie Knit, and we were all like in this little Discord group trying to get everything done. And then I helped Creed with finish off his scene, and then we both worked on the credits. And just by the end of it, Tom was like, "Dude, like if you didn't help us with this, it wouldn't have gotten made. So thank you." So I was really appreciative of hearing that, and that was like a super heartfelt moment to me. And then a few months later, when they did the Kickstarter, Tom was like, "Billy, I got a proposition for you. Um, do you want to work on the second season of Crash Zoom and be probably the lead animator?" And I was like, "What?" So so that's currently where we are now, and the cover up short came out in March, and received pretty good stuff. I think people liked it, and I think the styles work. My take of the style is working well. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I like yours because it's a bit more crisp.
it's crisp. It's not always changing.
Yeah.
Which is something that was hard to see in Ben's stuff. Was like, even though like it's what that's his style. For me, I like efficiency, and so having stuff that's always looks the same helps with consistency and making stuff move faster. So that's why I did it. But yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. Um I had a point to make, and I think I lost
I'm
it
sorry.
halfway through. Uh
I rambled too long. I'm sorry.
no, this is the whole reason we wanted to do this. But my brain doesn't retain information for very long. uh
Yes.
Crap, I don't remember what it was. Oh yeah. I remember during development of that short, you sent me one frame, and it was while he was sliding, naked.
Is it?
while what's his name, Ben? Well, Ben was
Yeah.
like the part where he gets shot out of the
Yeah.
of the clothing womb.
Yeah, that's a fun one.
You gave me no context for that. It was just a
No,
long-haired Ben with his butt sticking out.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I wish I still had that
That
frame.
was
I'd put it up on the stream.
that was fun. That boy was thick. But yeah, he initially wasn't naked. And then Tom was like, you know what, just screw it, just make him naked. And I was like, okay, time to remove underwear.
It's such a
So I
funnier
just
joke,
made-
I think, to be like he's
Yeah,
actually
oh, yeah.
coming out like a fetus infant
Yeah.
child.
Oh yeah. I hope people liked the painted part of it at the start, because that took a while. Where it's super zoomed in and it's like all SpongeBob-esque.
Oh, I love stuff like that.
Yeah, I think it worked well. I don't know if other people did.
I was actually gonna paint a shot like that for an episode of John's cartoon that he's working on.
Oh, the Mike and James?
Yeah, he's gonna do. I don't want to spoil too much. I don't think he wants me to talk about upcoming episodes too much. But there's
No.
one where like one of the characters is pretending to be a doctor, or
Yeah.
and I was like, what if I did like a really gross like Ren and Stimpy / SpongeBob painted like gross up view of like, because there's a couple of shots that could really use that in the episode.
Yeah.
And it ended up just being one episode, but I ended up helping him co-write like an entire part 2 for it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so and then he brought me on as a co-writer for it, and that's pretty cool. But
It's pretty dope.
yeah,
I think I'm working on a shot for the upcoming one.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw that you've done a couple things for Michael and James, right? Like I remember you did one scene.
Yeah, I think I did one thing. 1 second, I'm being called. I'll just
Okay.
turn off my mic for a second.
Okay. I guess at this point, since Billy's distracted, ask questions in the chat. Please ask real questions. I'm seeing a lot of memes and garbage in chat. If you have questions for
Okay, I'm
Billy,
back.
oh, okay, welcome back. If you have questions for me or Billy, feel free to ask them. But
I'm going to scroll back up through and see if there's anything that people might have asked.
Mostly what I've been seeing while you've been talking is just like memes.
Billy is honestly rad by Sprinkled Stars. Thank you. Marmita Fajita says, who is Billy? I am he. The Retro Oreo. Hello, I know who you are. Billy, you have to talk about the time constraints of that job. I think he's talking about the mashed thing, which there's a lot of big time constraints.
Yeah, you worked for weeks straight with all-nighters.
I don't know how I went to college. It was cray.
Andrea asks, Billy, do you like Oreos?
I do like Oreos. I like food. Hey, Timberly Trujillo. I didn't say that right, I don't think. Hey Billy, did you ever play Sandy Tobies? I think I might have once, like back in like whenever it came out, 2013 or something. So maybe I definitely played something along those lines. I have vague flashbacks. What is your inspiration by Kaplan Plays? I don't know. I have a lot of them now that it's fairly conjumbled into a lot of places.
Let's turn that question into what inspired you to get into art/animation.
Oh, you see, I see what you did there. I always liked drawing. I think I have a lot of Sonic drawings from when I was a kid, and then I got into Yu-Gi-Oh, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna draw Yu-Gi characters. It was mainly Yu-Gi-Oh GX, and I still like that show to this day. I think it's a fun one. The dub is very funny.
Jaden Yuki.
I'm Jaden Yuki. Blah blah blah.
You
Get your gay on.
you must have been one of those people who really got into the Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged series.
The Yu-Gi-Oh! GX abridged, if that's what you... Yeah, I
You
got
never
into
watched
that.
the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged?
I watched the Little Karibo one, but not like I didn't watch it religiously, so I watched a few episodes. But I do like Little Karibo. I watch his videos. But there was a GX one made by Shady Vox and the Dark Hat Productions.
They actually did a crossover episode.
They did.
And it was a rap battle.
They did, which was great, and I loved it. But I'm kind of mates with Shady Vox now, which is crazy.
Oh yeah,
because I worked on a short with him for Mashed. And so that was crazy because when I was I guess you could say this is part of the same question, but back in like 2010 to 2012 or something like that, there was a Christopher Niosi series. The guy Kerbifer, he did Brawl Taunts, all those stuff. He's currently a voice actor for anime, and he did a series called The Terrain of Magical Expertise, also known as Tome, and I loved it. I was like, I want to make something like this. And when I found out about Flash and what I could do with it, that was immediately what I went into. I was like, I want to make a fan series of this, and I want to have my friends a part of it. And it was like, it got to a point where it could have been animated, and I could have had people working on it with me. And then I kept showing it, or kept trying to see if Chris would see it, and he did. He's like, hey, it's cool that you're doing this, but at the same time, you know, this is my show, and I don't want, not in a bad way, just like I don't want this like other show that's based on it that isn't, you know, whatever, official or something. It was not like nothing bad. It was just like, hey, you know, this is my property, kind of thing, and I was fine with that. And but luckily, out of that, I think I was able to contact a voice from that show, which was the princess from one of my cartoons, which is the Anna Kingsley, and she was the voice of the main girl from Tome. So it was this really weird, like, connection, and I was just like, oh my god, this is so cool. But I'm getting off topic. So the stuff that inspires me and the stuff that inspired me was just like, it stemmed from there. It stemmed from just like a bunch of stuff. You could say it was anime, you could say it was Danny Phantom, you could say it was Scott Pilgrim, and just an accumulation of things. Eddsworld was definitely one of them, but now more so it's lessened and become more of just a thing that definitely put me in the right place, you know. But back then it was just like, yes, Eddsworld, please, you know. It definitely started me animating anyway, because I realized that you could do it from home. I was like, what? And that was when things spiraled out of control and I became an animator.
Now you're a workaholic.
No, God, like I was on holiday for a day on the other side of the country, and I had no tablet or laptop or anything, and I came home and I was like, I need to animate. Which is, it's funny, but at the same time probably unhealthy. But yeah, I think it's an accumulation of a lot of things, I think. But I used to draw just a lot of things, and it just kind of made my style what it is, I guess.
That's really cool.
Whoa.
I was mostly just inspired by like Yu-Gi-Oh, Danny Phantom, a lot of similar stuff there, but like my heaviest influences were probably like Animaniacs and Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
Oh yeah. And for me it was also like Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
Oh, that show was great.
And I have storyboards of that sitting on my wall currently.
An Amazing World of Gumball.
Oh yeah, and I have the show Bible for that. Oh, you're getting in there now.
I've seen
and
your
I guess actually
DeviantArt.
that is part of the story. Before I could animate and before I knew what Flash really was, I went to a place called Boulder Media, which was an animation studio in Ireland that animated Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends and LT Grey and a bunch of other things, and then came to do The Amazing World of Gumball, and did that for like the first 2 seasons, I think, and then went on to do the new Danger Mouse series, and then went on to do Randy Cunningham, Ninth Grade Ninja, and just a lot of really cool things. But they were kind enough to like in 2012. They were kind enough to let me, as a kid, be like, "Hey, I really like animation. I'm a kid. Can I come visit?" And they were like, "Yeah, of course." And um, so I went, and they showed me around, and they showed me a bunch of stuff and gave me a bunch of stuff, and I was like, "Oh my god, these people are amazing." And it was quite a small studio at the time, but it's huge now. It's in a completely different part of the country. And they gave me storyboards and like in a one like the what's a concept book for Foster's that was only for the animators. So I've got one of them, which is pretty dope. And just a bunch of stuff. And then I visited twice after that. And there was one time where they were being filmed while I was in there, and I got filmed in there by the same people, because they were like, "Who are you?" And I was like, "I'm a child." Um, uh, but that never got into the cut. But they contacted me that summer and were like, "Hey, you're a kid, and what you're doing is way ahead of what most of your friends would probably be doing. They're all just kind of hanging around, and you're working on stuff." And so on this Irish channel called RTE, I got filmed to do like a 1 minute thing on the ads, where it was just me. And it's pretty cool. I cringe at it now though.
But that was your humble beginnings.
It was, and it was cringy beginnings too.
It's really cool though. Like, you got to experience animation at such a young age. Oh, hey Pat. Pat's a chat.
Pat's in chat. Oh my god, sup Pat. Somebody said, "Do I have Yu-Gi-Oh cards?" By the way, and yes, I do. I have a deck. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
I've actually been building a Blue Eyes deck that kicks ass.
Oh boy, don't be. I'm Seto Kaiba.
Dude, Kaiba's my favorite. Are you kidding?
Yugi, what are you doing? I don't know.
I used to have a Kaiba figure, but like, I didn't have a Blue Eyes, so when I was like a kid, I had modeling clay that would never dry, and I think I still have it somewhere. I might have thrown it away, but it still didn't dry. It was still moldable.
Wow.
I really wish I knew where it came from. My mom used to buy me that stuff all the time because I liked making things. But
yeah.
I made a small dragon and put it on his shoulder. And then like a week later, I was like, I don't like this dragon. I want to make a new one. And I took it off, and it like stained the figure with oil all over his jacket.
Oh no.
Yeah. I was so upset.
You stained my jacket.
Screw the clay. I've got polyplastics. It's gonna be clever.
I am almighty.
Luli's here too. Hello, Luli.
Well, hello. Atomic Animator asked, "Hey Billy, did you watch the last episode of Star vs. Force of Evil, and how was it?" I haven't caught up, but I love the show. It looks really cool.
Unpopular opinion: I don't like that show.
No, I think I've heard you say that before, so it's not new to me. But I like the show because it reminds me of Billy's Toontimes.
It's very like kind of just like kick punch, make a joke kind of humor, which I do appreciate. I love that type of like format.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I felt like it tried a little too hard, and then once it created a fan base, it started just kind of like doing shit for the fan base.
Yeah, it became hey, you like this? We're gonna mess with you.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Here's an incredibly unpopular opinion. I don't like what's that new one that they did that like people got excited for? Villainous. I don't like that either.
I like the style.
I mean, I'm sure you like it because it looks like something you could have worked on. But
yeah, that's exactly why.
But that's the thing though, is it looks like a really simple YouTube show, and people were like crediting it to be this super amazing thing, and I was like, no, it just kind of looks like some dude's Flash project.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a a pretty good Flash project, but
Yeah, I know it looks good, but
it's definitely Flash though.
the writing was just really stale.
I think it's also hard to translate as well. Like it is a Mexican show.
Oh, maybe that would explain it then. But yeah, it just I don't know. I feel like the people who like did translate it did a bad job because it was just so stale.
Yeah, I get you.
But I don't know.
Somebody's oofing in the chat.
We're getting way off topic. Way off topic. More questions, please.
Somebody's oofing in the chat.
Someone, guy named Sky said, "Hey Pip, just wanted to say your YTP MVs are amazing. Keep up the good work. Thank you."
Oh, they are. That is very true.
Thank you. That is the first person. That's the first time somebody's mentioned my my garbage channel.
Oh my god, dude, you're getting popular.
Wow, that's kind of scary to me.
Nah. Also, Pat said, "Hi, Billy. No question, just a statement. I love your work and you're a good boy." Okay, that's all I have. Great evening. Thank you. Love you too. That would explain it. Whoa. I don't know what we're explaining anymore. Billy is your bro. Who? I mean, we're bros, I guess.
Yeah, Billy's my bro, but he's not my brother.
No, we're bros, but we're not bros.
We do need to bro it up more, Billy. We need to hang out more.
We're bras, not bros.
Yeah, bro. Sup, bro? We're hanging out, bro. My girlfriend was a bro.
Oh my god.
You should have much more viewers. I agree, Billy. You need to be more popular. You need to get
Billy,
that recognition you deserve,
things.
boy. You need to ascend the ranks and become God.
Oh yeah. That's my end goal.
Hey, do you happen to remember Dexter's Laboratory? AMC Wild? Yes, we do.
Hell yeah.
I am obsessed with one episode in particular. Do you remember the episode?
Yeah.
Do you remember the episode where what's his name? I always forget his name, but there.
Mandark?
No. Dexter gets a piano teacher, and he's like, and Dexter hates it, but then like he comes into the lab and they start playing music together. I'm obsessed with that song, and
I can't remember that.
you don't remember that one?
Not really.
That was my first ever Dexter's Lab episode, and it's what got me hooked on the series. And
Oh really?
yeah, and it's the one I remember. Like, I don't remember a lot of episodes. I remember a lot of like the Real Monkey shorts, and I remember a lot of the what was it, the superheroes. They're like knockoff Avengers. That stuff was really funny.
That was fun. I like that.
But just that one episode, and I can quote the entire song, and I remember actually recording myself singing it one night, and it was bad.
Who's bad? Doom. What were people talking about?
Guy named Sky asked another question. Who are currently working on the movie? Also, Dexter's Lab is really fun. So there's a lot of people working on the movie now. I went out and I reached out and I found a bunch more people to come in and help with the movie. So once I get the whole script taken care of, we should be able to just fly right through production. Especially since school is outing like everywhere.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
we should be able to just jump right into production as soon as all the changes are made, and we should have that movie out to you by 2014. Excuse me.
Oh boy. I'm here like trying to eat and hiding my mouth.
Oh, I hope that was appetizing.
Oh no, like I don't retch at anything like that.
Okay, good.
I'm not disgusted by anything. I could be watching death on TV. I'd be fine. I remember being confused with the art style. Since it had a drastic change because of laziness. That was Dexter's. Yeah.
Yeah,
it
that's a
started
lot
off
of
with, like,
shows.
this really thin lines and stuff.
I remember The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy had the same thing. Where at like halfway through season 2, they were just like, let's just move this to Flash and reuse a bunch of models.
I don't think a lot of that was due to like just a complete change. I think it was just like a change of software because everybody was using Flash. So it was that thing of, hey, well, we got to get with the system. You know, we don't have the budget for hand drawn anymore. Let's go with the next best thing.
I mean, to their credit,
a lot of
it feels like they only reused assets when they needed like base animations. A lot of the time, they would exaggerate and they draw whole new frames.
Like Foster's was all done in Flash. You can't tell, but
I mean, you can tell. It's just it's lineless.
Yeah, that's the way I think they got around it without like messing with people if the style needed changing. But they weren't. I think that was still always like hand drawn. I don't think there was any using other than unless they were just reusing an animation that was already there, like Blue walking or something. But like I think people are just like Flash is versatile, so let's use it. Let's utilize this. And it worked for a lot of them, but yeah, definitely a drastic change in styles, I guess.
Some people can make it work, some can't.
Yeah. Like I'm trying to think of other shows. I'm not sure.
I think one of the shows where it did change for the negative was, do you remember American Dragon Jake Long?
Oh my god, yes.
Season 1 was really cool. It was all like angular and like the stories were creative, and then they handed it off to a completely different team.
It was the opposite. It was angular and the
Oh yeah, you're right. It was
it was smoother on the first one.
Yeah, but it looked nicer. When they switched to
it
Flash, they tried to make it look more stylized, which I didn't think worked very well.
I think they were like, let's go for a more like Chinese approach or something.
Like
where it was like this like, you know, this stylistic choice probably.
But like it was a completely different team. So not only did the style change, but so did the writing, and it was not for the better.
Yeah. There's a few questions here. Sprinkled Stars, Billy, do you know My Hero Academia? Yes, I love it. I haven't seen the movie yet though, so I'll see that soon. But season 4 looks good. King D, Mind. Billy is an animator for the Eddsworld Fan Movie, I think. Not really anymore, but kind of if they need it. And works for Crashing, yes. Cotton, the random bunny, cat face, Pac-Man face, I guess. Billy, are you part anime?
Yes.
How did you know?
Look at that floof and that freaking chomper. Of course he is.
Anime teeth. Funny thing is, I actually do have fangs, so it's not just an anime stuff.
So you do have like really large canines?
I got my teeth pushed in when I was a child because I bashed my face off concrete. So teeth started growing in front of my normal teeth, and there's just or like the teeth that are too, it's like they're too down from your front teeth. I can't remember what they're called. I don't think they're canines though. But yeah, they're just like sitting up at the top of my gums, like, yo, we fangs. You creeped out yet? And so I recently was like, I should probably just throw that into my stuff. Why not? I mean, I have them. May as well throw them in.
Scary
so that was that. That was the only reason. And lasagna. Hey Billy, would you ever consider doing 3D animation? I've done 3D animation. I just don't like doing it because I'm not good at it. In college, or uni, whatever you want to call it, we did 3D animation for twice a week, 3 times a week, something like that. It was mainly building like skyscrapers or whatever, and then moving a camera through a city, stuff like that. But in my own time, while everybody else was doing that, I was like, I'm not gonna do that. It's boring. I'll do it at the very end. And I was messing with like free rigs you could get online where you could mess with the face, and people were more interested in looking at me do that than the actual work. And I was like, hell yeah, this is fun.
Yeah, that's why streaming gets so popular.
Yeah. So if I like I at home have the software, and I go on the Models Resource all the time and go through rigs. Like the Mario Odyssey rigs are on Models Resource, and they're fully rigged, and you can swap out the costumes and everything. It's crazy. Um, but I don't have the time to like fully engross myself into the whole 3D animation side. But it's fun. It's a fun learning curve. So maybe one day. Do you know Spongy Bobby Sponge? Yes.
I love
I mean,
SpongeBob. I
I
don't like
wasn't
the
huge
show, but I
SpongeBob.
love the
No.
idea.
I we already know I was a big fan of Danny Phantom. I was a huge fan of Nicktoons Unite. Do you know that game?
I know of it. I've never played it.
It was out, it was on PS2, and when it first came out, I was like, "Oh my god, I could play as these guys." It was very cool because they were like going through different, they're all like worlds, and they all met each other, and you started off as SpongeBob, and you worked your way through to get to all the different places. And when I got Danny Phantom, I was like, "Oh my god, I could turn invisible!" Whoa, it was very cool.
Dude, if
But
we ever meet up in person,
I watched a lot of SpongeBob.
Oh yeah, SpongeBob's great.
Huh?
If we ever meet up in person, I need to have you on Nostalgia Vania, and we will play Nicktoons Unite.
Yeah. Yes, please, because it's co-op.
That would be great. So I gotta get a copy of that. We gotta hold out for that.
Oh, that would be great. What else is there? I like Crash Team. The new one was a little different, but I liked it. That was a lot to do with the writing. And they're trying to fix that. They saw how people reacted to the new one, and they were like, we're gonna fix this next script up a little bit. And it was a lot like joke after joke after joke after joke. Very much stuff. And so that I think they're like, people like stuff. Let's try this. With Crash Zoom, and it just didn't work because people like the fact that Crash Zoom is not that. I think it's jokes, but there's also something there, which is what they're trying to do now for the rest of it, which is cool. I like that they checked out the critiques and were like, oh yeah, we gotta fix this. I lost my place where I'm at.
What will the Eddsworld fan movie be about? Not really up to date, so I'm oblivious to what it would be. It's about it's about Eddsworld. There you go.
Without giving too much away for anybody, because we don't even know what's happening with it, I guess.
Well, it's still the same story. I'm fixing. Yeah. I'm mostly just kind of like fixing how the story works into itself, because
how it flows.
Mark is a good thinker of ideas, but when it comes to writing, he has a lot of issues. And when I came in with John and we went through and changed the script, there were so many changes. And then the crew was like, wow, this is so much better. But
yeah,
I walked away.
Mark wasn't happy with that.
Yeah, Mark keeps trying to write old stuff back in. But there will be an update coming soon that'll explain all this. But so I'm going back in now because now I have, I have
full creative control.
Yeah, I'm trying not to like spoil everything before the update that Mark wants to do, but I have.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I have full creative control now, and I'm just kind of, what I want to do is I want to rewrite the script from scratch, but I'm going to just use the same story we have, and I'm just going to reformat it so that it's more cohesive and just more pleasant to watch. Because I walked away for a couple of weeks from the project. I needed a break from it. And then when I came back, I looked at the script again, and I was like, oh, dear Lord. This is not good.
Well, here's the thing, right? This happened with Billy's Toon Times as well. So the Shipwrecked episode that came out, these people probably didn't see it, so it's fine. But you saw it, right?
I feel like I did. Yes, I think so.
It's the cruise ship where pirates come on board.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that came out recently, and that was written 3 years ago, and it was written by Mark, because he was like, "Hey, could I write an episode for Billy Times?" And I'm a kid, I like Eddsworld the movie, so yeah, sure. And I was just like, yeah, why not? And then I came around to actually working on the thing after the season finale. And by that stage, my writing had changed, and the way the characters worked had changed. So Mark was basing it around a very simplified, hey, this is like a copy of Eddsworld, but not situation. Um, Whereas underneath it's very different. And so when we were rewriting that script to kind of fit what it would be now, my brother and I, who helps me with the script, was like, this needs changing. Here's what we can change without taking the whole thing out of it. And with that came problems I didn't fix by the end of it, because it was too far gone by that. But problems in the writing that episode I'm not a huge fan of. Not just two reasons. One, because it took so long to make. It was just, the freelance got in the way. All that. I lost motivation, made a whole new cartoon idea. So that was whatever. I was nearly like never going to touch this again. And the other was the writing. I just didn't like how the story flowed, and it felt like so many different people writing the same thing from different angles and different ways of writing. And it became this weird mishmash of different people, and you could tell it was a weird mishmash of different people writing. And I think that's the same thing that happened with the movie. I think it was a weird mishmash that didn't fully work in context as one big piece.
Yeah, because it was originally written by Mark and like two other people, I think. And
Mark, Jonah, and Radley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then those two people ended up leaving the project at some point.
Yeah.
And then it was kind of like Mark, and then Tal helped out a little bit. And then Mark kind of got like really just overwhelmed by the project, and he was like, John, I kind of need you to like come in and direct for me, please. And the only reason he chose John was because John is a really good animator and is really efficient at producing cartoons.
Oh yeah, and on an iPad, which is the scary part.
Yeah, no, he does it all with his fucking finger.
It's scary. I don't like it.
Yeah, no, it's really crazy. And
because we're here like with tablets, we're like, oh no.
Yeah, you've got your Huey on, and I've got like an XP pen, and like, I mean, before I was working on a tablet. I don't animate anymore.
Yeah. But working on an iPad, and then he works on an old. Sure, he works on like the first gen or something.
Oh yeah, he hasn't upgraded in a long time.
Yeah, and it's crazy that you can make, like, he's made full cartoons on just like that free software that's on the iPad.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. And it's actually kind of fun working with him on these episodes too, because now that I'm co-writing, we've worked together a lot about it, and he has me doing a lot of the voices, and just watching his process is it really humbles me. It really does. Working with animators is fun, and like especially when like those animator people are like, hey, you do voices, can you just do a thing for my project real quick? And I'm like, yay.
Yeah.
It's so much fun. But man, I couldn't keep up. I just couldn't, and I had to duck out of animating. I didn't. It was just too much work for not enough payoff for me, because
I know a few people who are like really into wanting to animate and then never. They're like, oh, I want to make this, and I want to make this, and I want to show off my skill, but it never comes to fruition. And you give them tips, and they try, and then nothing comes out of it, because they're like, you know what, I don't think it's working out, but still feel like they have that skill that isn't there.
Yeah. My art, I think, definitely improved after trying to learn to animate, because I had like an understanding of motion. I had more of an understanding of like different angles. I'm still working on that though. But
and everything.
Yeah,
it's learning, like even just learning the 12 principles of animation and then just stopping from there. If you just want to be an illustrator, is great, because you get all those like little tips and stuff from like, oh well, if somebody wants an illustration of somebody like stopping in mid place or whatever, or look like they're scared or whatever, there's got to be context, and so having that knowledge of how animation works, even as at a basic level, in illustration is really handy to kind of get that across in the picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I had like more willpower / free time, I would probably pick up animation.
Oh yeah.
I think one of the biggest things holding me back is that there isn't like a perfect software for it yet.
Toon Boom's pretty close, but it's still.
I hate Toon Boom. Toon Boom is a nightmare. It's
incredibly it's so bad, like so badly done interface wise.
Yeah, the UI is just a mess. It's like Photoshop that you animate in, and you can animate in Photoshop, but it's more comprehensive.
Yeah. But I came from a Flash background, obviously, and I immediately was taken aback by just what Toon Boom was and how it looked. But I was definitely the fastest to pick it up in my class because we learned it in college, and I was definitely the fastest to pick it up because I had known about some of the interface. Like I could see bits and pieces that all what I needed. So the timeline was there. I knew that. I knew what skin was. I knew how to layer. The layering system's crap. I don't like it because if you're importing a bitmap, like just a normal PNG, and then add your vector drawing on top or whatever, and then try and change the layering. So like if you want to put it underneath the painting or whatever, it doesn't let you, and it doesn't let you ever, and you can't do anything to change it other than like replace everything or start from scratch. And it's a crap time, but like the nodes and everything is just it's incredibly intense, and if you don't know how to rig, it's a monster, and it's crazy. So for people who are like who are starting Toon Boom, just don't be discouraged. Keep using it. It is good.
As somebody who worked with Flash and tried Toon Boom, because I think I was excited to try Toon Boom because I saw that Oni, Chris O'Neill, I saw that he switched over to it and was like, "This is great," and I was like, "Wow, well, if Oni like says it's
the
good."
lines are great.
Oh yeah, it's like the lines are like you're drawing in Psy, but the UI is like you're trying to perform an exorcism, and it was a nightmare. If I could just have Psy with Flash's like animation UI,
dude, imagine.
That would be just all I would need in life.
And here's the thing: is that like Clip Studio tried that, and it's trying that, and it's doing a thing, but it's very odd, and I think it's trying to set itself to be more traditional, but even the sheets for it aren't like normal timeline. They're like actual, exposure sheets that old traditional animations have. And for a person who worked solely in digital for such a long time, it's hard to get my head around those again. Yeah. And like then Krita, which is a free software that does the same thing, it does have an animation part of it, and it is very similar to Photoshop and Psy, but it's still very primitive as well with animation.
Yeah, I
love TV Paint though. I gotta admit, I really adore
TV Paint.
It's a fun one. Yeah, TV Paint. It's like it's this. So the way I show off all those pencil stuff in the group chats and stuff.
Yeah.
That's the program I use it on, and like the really traditional GIFs and videos I do are all done on that.
Wait,
because it's very traditional.
TV Paint, actually.
Yeah, it's a lot of studios that use it. But yeah, I really like the traditional feel of it, and if I was making something that was solely frame by frame, I would definitely use that rather than Flash. I think Flash is good for efficiency, but if I was just trying to make something look like a Disney movie, I would definitely use TV Paint, because Disney used TV Paint. Obviously, that's how they made Princess and the Frog. They used that.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, the like if you see the roughs for it, it's all done on TB Paint, which is pretty dope.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons why I was like, I need this, so I got it. But yeah, like there's a lot of animators that use it, and a lot of animators I know that have tried it.
I might give that one a try then, because I animate frame by frame.
Yeah, no, it's so the interface looks really odd at the start, but it's there's a lot to fit in, like brush wise and everything. It's not as coherent as Photoshop or Sai, but it gets the job done and it does it well. So
I don't even think Photoshop is very coherent. I hate Photoshop. In fact,
I just can't run it well.
I just use Sai for everything. Anything someone can do in Photoshop, I can do in Sai.
I think Sai has cleaner like
cleaner everything.
lines and just everything and all, because on Photoshop all I get is just this anti-alias stuff. It's always blurry even when I go in this the 100% fit size kind of thing. It doesn't feel right on my eyes or how I draw. But Sai is just like mwah, yes please. But yeah,
Pat hates Photoshop too.
yeah, it's
clunky and weird. Yeah,
it's good for photoshopping, but other than that,
I mean, I can Photoshop in Sai.
Yeah, you can.
I have that
That is
skill.
true. Yeah, I can't yet. Kind of can.
I remember I took a graphic design class in high school, and the first thing they did was try to teach us everything about Photoshop. So I've learned how to use Photoshop.
Oh,
I also learned
okay.
a little bit about what's their other tool? Illustrator. I hate Illustrator. Illustrator is my worst
I don't like Illustrator.
enemy.
I've used Illustrator. I don't like it.
I hate it so much.
I'm not a fan, I will admit.
One of my best friends.
I used to use it in like high school because it was on the computers, but I never liked it.
Just ease of access. But
I always like grabbed Pirates of Flash and just threw them onto the computers and just animated on there.
One of my best friends draws exclusively in Illustrator, and I'm just like, why?
Oh, really?
It's basically just advanced MS Paint. Just find a good program.
Yeah, it's true, I guess.
But it's like MS Paint but vectors.
Yeah.
That's the only upside, is that you can vector in it.
Yeah, but you can. There's a lot of programs that you can vector. So, OpenTunes I think is vector as well. Actually, I found out recently that even Clip Studio has vector now. Probably always had. But it's still primitive. It looks like using the pencil tool in MS Paint. Where it's like there's no anti-aliasing. But yeah, you just gotta find the program for you, basically.
I'm waiting for something to come along. If Sai, I keep saying this, but if Sai integrates, like, if they do an update and they integrate an animation tool that's simple to use, then I will get back into animation straight up. Because Sai is my favorite program, and I've tried almost everything else. I think Sai is just my favorite. I've used Krita. I didn't like Krita. I've used Clip Studio. I didn't like Clip Studio because it just looked like Photoshop. I hated that.
Yeah, I get you.
I've used other things. I just keep coming back to Sai. It's so simple.
Yeah.
The interface is easy.
It's also not hefty. Because I can't run Photoshop and Clip Studio well on my computer, but Sai is always good.
Oh yeah.
Like it's so condensed, and you don't need to worry about lots of crashes, really.
Yeah,
it can happen if you're using a lot of programs, but if you're just using that solely, then it's fine.
Sai, I think, has only ever crashed on me once in my entire history of using it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mine's only crashed because at the bottom it will tell you the percentage of how much you're using. And mine is always like 70 to 80, so that's computer wise. So but the program doesn't crash, my computer does more so. what's happening in the chat?
People are talking about school.
I there's a lot of deleted stuff.
Yeah, somebody was talking about some gross stuff, so I had to put them in timeout.
Okay, right. Any questions?
Any more questions, guys? Interesting questions? Actual questions, not memes, please.
No memes. Memes are for what rhymes with memes?
Memes are for us when we're not trying to be professional.
Yeah. Clip Studio is good. Yes. I Pat's like, how could you pip Clip Studio is good.
I don't like Photoshop, so Clip Studio scared me away.
So it's the interface is all. I was wondering if you could do some impressions of a cartoon. Oh.
Oh, we're getting into that territory.
Oh, really?
In my past couple streams, my art streams, people keep coming in like, do this voice, do this voice.
Yeah. What do people want though? Like we could do a lot of voices. You like jazz?
How professional are you on a scale from 1 to 10? Billy's like a 9.5, and I'm like a -3.
Thank you. Yeah, the 5% is me doing the voice.
Oh yeah, the 5% is you talking to me at any point in time.
No.
I'm a -3 on that scale. I talk about poopy fart stinkies, and
But so do I. That's what we were talking about before the stream.
that's the 0.5.
Do you have any tips on being an animator? Oh,
Just don't ever stop. Just keep doing it.
yeah. I mean, so it's a lot to it. If you I could talk about anime 7 if somebody really wanted me to. I love it. It's people get really weirded out when I talk about animation because I'm so in depth with it. Like I was on holiday the other day. I was going through Instagram on the hashtag traditional animation stuff just to be like, oh, this is so good. I want to learn how to do this. And I'm always like, the big thing is always motivate yourself, even if you don't have motivation. Just like do something. Just try new things with it. Always learn about something animation. Learn about how somebody made like a special effect happen that you might want to do for your own thing, or how a person moves in real life compared to how a character moves, and how simplified that is compared. Because a lot of the time now is me looking at things outside and being like, I could animate that, and then going home and being like, okay, how do I simplify this? How do I make this something I can actually animate that isn't always moving, and just do stuff that you want to do in animation. What you want to learn about and try out and be like, this is for you. And it's a lot of it's very tedious, and there's this big thing of the beginning is the best part. The getting the idea, getting the concepts, getting the script, getting the storyboards, everything like that is so much fun. And then doing the actual animation is the most tedious thing you'll ever do. And if you're working at it as a freelancer or just as a job, you will like any job, you will start to hate it or like not enjoy it. But after it's done and after that thing is out, you love it again. You immediately love it again because you know about all the work that went into that. And now it's out there and you've let it go, and then all that love comes right back into you and you do the same process again, and it always keeps you going. It's like, hey, that's gone, time to work on this. And if it's a series and it's it's the same characters, it's like that idea is gone, time to work on this new idea, and it's always changing, and it's always something new. You're never doing the same thing over and over again. There's always something different. And I think that's one of the coolest things about animation is you're making life. You are technically a god, which is really odd to think about, but it's like The Sims. And you came up with something out of thin air and put it down on a page and made it move, and you made something move. Like, you made a drawing come to life, and it's like seeing that out there in the world is just really cool. And that's why animation is dope, and you should do it.
Absolutely. It was just, for me, I enjoyed the idea process more than I did putting it together.
And that's totally okay as well. Like, I'm not telling people to actually just go out and animate for whatever. Like, just in my personal experience, you know, the beginning and the end are the best parts, and the middle is just what you got to do. You know, it's the same way as like when you're drawing an image. You know, you're not thinking about the drawing part of it. You're thinking about what's going to be at the end. You know, you're like, oh well, you know, this line needs to look better so that by the end of it, this is how it will look. You know, rather than, oh, you know, I care distinctly about this one line. You know, and it's different for everybody. Like, people love background design, and people love making the backgrounds, and people love doing the audio, and it's all got to do with who you are and what you want to do. In media, you might not even want to do media. You know, you might want to go out and do some other thing, and that's okay. You know, like, nobody's gonna shout at you for that. If it's something you want to do, go for it.
I want to paint with my own feces.
Don't do that. Maybe not that. Anything but that. And I won't say anything but that either, because there's a lot of gray areas.
Yeah.
But somebody said, I think it's kind of funny that they are talking professionally for once, and then we immediately start talking about Earthworm Sally. What?
Let me Google this before you do any searching, just in case it's like gross or something.
Sure. Somebody just said, "Peace out, Earthworm Sallies," and I'm. I don't know. Maybe it's something random.
It's some sort of Roblox meme or something, I think.
Oh, okay. I haven't played Roblox since I was like 9.
Yeah.
Are there any fairly obscure animated series, TV or online, that you'd recommend people watch? I don't know. I'm trying to think. Animated. If you haven't watched Starbarians, do that.
I was actually about to say Starbarians, but
yeah, because that's most people have seen it, I think.
I'm thinking back to like the Newgrounds era. Like, have you ever seen Blockhead?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. What?
Have you ever seen Blockhead?
Yeah.
Sween did some funny shit. I remember one of my favorite things that he ever did was he was like, Blockhead was like pushing himself around on the carpet like a caterpillar, and the guy who was with, like, his inner thought was like, what are you doing? He's like, I am land shark, I swim through water as though it were land.
God. Yeah, there's one thing I have, there's like back in the old days of the internet, is I've never seen
Homestar Runner.
Yeah,
I've never seen it either, and I feel like it's almost too late.
It's kind of.
It was a show.
I know
of
how
its
they
era.
sound. That's the thing. Yeah, and it's like, I'm Homestar Wada and whatever. Like, I know how they sound.
Homestar Wano.
Homestar Wada. It's like, I'm strong bad or whatever. But like, I've never actually watched it.
Yeah,
I don't think I can now.
Cody, yeah, no, I feel like it's too late. The charm is it's one of those things like Eddsworld where you can't really like get into classic Eddsworld right away if you like modern stuff, because it doesn't really.
Yeah.
It's funny. You can get like, if you start at like a midpoint and then go back to appreciate it, maybe.
Yeah.
But if you try to watch Eddsworld from the beginning, it's really hard to get into these days, and I feel like that's kind of the same thing with Homestar Runner, because it was very of its era. It was very early internet. And I'm afraid I won't like it. And I don't want to not like Homestar Runner because it's such a huge thing on the internet.
Oh, of course. But like, it's also saying, what was that? Homestuck?
Oh, Homestuck.
I never got into that.
I delved into that a little bit, and then it got like the entire time, like straight off the bat, it's confusing. Like,
Yeah.
you have to read like an entire chapter in, and then it's like, oh, well, now I understand the beginning. But now there's all this new information being thrown at me. And then
I didn't have the time.
then they start splitting off into like 3 different stories, and it's like, I quit.
Yeah. Also, happy birthday, Eddsworld. It's the 16th anniversary today.
Is it?
Some Pink Tea Lemon said Eddsworld's 16th anniversary is today, June 6th, 2003.
Today's June 6th?
Yeah?
Oh, yeah, that's right. My birthday was 2 days ago. I forgot about that.
Yeah, but you don't celebrate it, so you probably didn't care about the date.
Oh, yeah, no, I didn't. I forgot until people started messaging
watch
me.
Salad Fingers. Yeah, watch David Firth. He's great.
I like
He's good.
rusty spoons.
I'm friends with him on Facebook. I should probably start talking to him eventually.
He seems cool. Like him and
Yeah.
I like the obscure stuff. Like him, Felix Colgrave.
Burnt. Have you ever seen David Firth's Burnt Face Man?
No, I don't think I've ever seen Burnt Face Man.
It's funny.
I've wanted to check that out. Felix Colgrave makes really cool, interesting stuff too. And then what's the name of the guy who does like the Photoshop After Effects things, where he takes things and makes it all like weird and then like puts it to like obscure like just bank music.
I can't remember because it's
Syriac.
very... Yeah, that's it.
Syriac. Go watch Syriac. All that stuff is trippy and awesome.
Yeah, I love that. What was the thing? It's very Terry Gilliam. He's the guy who did the little cutout stuff for Monty Python.
I feel like I know what you're talking about.
It's the like... So have you seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail?
Yeah, I found a copy on VHS recently.
You know the little transitions where it's like bum ba-dum, ba-da-da-da?
Oh yeah, and it's like paper cutouts.
Those are all him, and there's like he's got like whole document that kind of, because it's all like actual paper cutouts, and he animated all that and stuff. It's very cool. He's also the guy that did the clip clops of the coconuts in the movies.
He's just got coconuts.
He's the guy going clip clop.
You don't have a horse with you. It's just a man clanking coconuts together.
Stop that. What are you talking about? This isn't me. It's you.
Can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? I don't know, somebody said that. Do you have any inspirations, idols that made you want to do animations? Eddsworld was the big one. I think that was the one that made me think, hey, I can do this at home and for myself.
Yeah, we covered that mostly. If you want to hear it, this is going to be immediately up on YouTube after we're done, so you'll be able to go back and listen to that.
You go back and listen to my sweet voice.
Oh yeah.
Oh, hey Peter. Hey Peter.
Peter.
Hey
Peter. Gonna party today. Peter. I love... Okay, so we were talking about memes earlier. I think that is one of my favorite memes, is they take... what is it called? What's the song called? Shinedown?
Yeah, the Grumps.
Well, not even just that. Like, people... There was a point in time where people... There's this video... Look up Shinedown memes on YouTube, but there was this video where this guy compiled like a bunch of just that. It's like like it was so funny. I highly suggest looking that up because it's good for a quick laugh.
So Cotton the Random Bunny said, "Am I the only one who's afraid of Elmo?"
Can't be afraid of Elmo. It's okay. I'll kill you in your sleep.
Yeah. I can't even do... Oh, yeah, there you go. I can't even do his laugh.
I used to be able to do Elmo really well. I stopped.
Disappointed in you. I lost it.
His laugh I could do really well.
Hey, Peter.
Hey, Peter, are you scared
Why do I sound like Yo, mama guy.
Are you scared of Elmo, Peter? I'm scared of Elmo. Elmo scares me.
Cusco's poison.
Dude. Cusco's poison.
Dude. I'm afraid of Elmo. Answer my question. Got chicken. I didn't have chicken. I had ribs. These are the runners of the Eddsworld movie. People beater memes. Shine down, dude. That's bad.
Listen, if you can't laugh at stupid memes, then you are not allowed to run an Edgeworld project.
Billy, what do you think of about storytime animation? I don't know.
It has its place.
People say it's not animation, but if you really actually watch them, it is. There's if you watch Jaden Animations, she's got a bunch of people helping her animate half of those episodes, like Pivots XXD and a bunch of other animator friends that I have. Like there's some really good animation in those things if you actually take the time to watch them. But I don't know. I don't watch them a whole lot, but I definitely appreciate them. It's definitely the new wave of what animation is on YouTube. It's not what people want, but it's there and it's good in its content.
Depending on who's doing it, but
yeah, of course.
Because there is really not good storytime animation. There are some people who do it just to do it, and that's not.
I've seen that as well, but you gotta take the good from the bad, and just look for the people who are actually, you can tell they're actually working hard on animating stuff for you guys, rather than just getting money, I guess.
Yeah.
I think if you're really there's no need to hate on it, but like every part of YouTube, there's always the bad side. And I mean, I think halfway out of that became like what Scribble Showdown is now. All those people are working with Ross and Aaron on a bunch of just like friendly stuff, and it's cool. It's like the new Doodle Dudes, it's like that whole thing is that now, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. I don't hate them.
Jake the Barcode says that they love storytime animation, but none of it is actually funny, and they want to change that. Well, stories don't always have to be funny, and cartoons don't always have to be
stories.
funny.
Pivots is funny. His stuff actually.
I would love to talk to Piv more. I remember he was kind of around in your server when you started it, and talking to him was funny. But
he's a funny dude.
I would love to talk to Piv more. Do you talk to him often?
I need to talk to him more often. He's just. I don't like disturbing people. I don't even talk to Paul that much anymore because he's always working for Yada, and I've been talking to Creed there and back every so often. Him and I talk a lot more because he's working in a studio in Canada, which is pretty dope. Yeah, it's just finding time for people, and some people just don't have time, and I don't want to disturb that from them.
Yeah, that's why I don't bug you.
If they ever, if they ever get time, and if I see them online, and I have a conversation to start, I'll start it.
Yeah.
And he's a very cool dude, and we get along. Like there's no like I have a lot of animator friends who are probably way more popular than I could ever talk to them for, but like it's cool. They're cool people.
You know who I would love to have a conversation with? Freaking Joe Gran.
Oh my God, yeah.
I
haven't even talked to Joe.
I would love to talk to Joe. That would just be a fun time.
Joe be fun. Cause he's just crazy.
I live in my car.
I still have to see that new short he did, like that 12-minute short that he did. I haven't seen it yet. Is it something to do with Nazis? I don't know.
Literally Hitler.
Yeah, that's it.
Please watch that one. Like, I implore you.
I'll see it. I'll see it after this.
Oh, please! I need your reaction.
Oh my God.
oh God, I don't want to spoil anything because there's just some sort of
Yeah,
there's some brilliance to it. Like the
it's
whole
fine,
short, you're
but
just like, why is this happening? Where's
yeah,
the
I
joke?
would have assumed,
Where's the
yeah, and
joke?
then by the end of it,
Just brilliance. But
I love Joe. Somebody said something. Where did I see it? I saw something and now it's gone.
do you guys know
Are
about?
there any content creators who have become stale? Yeah, a lot of them, but it's routine. It's always like people. There's a lot of people who are like, "Oh, I love this content. Keep making the same content forever." And then there's people who are like, "Change it up, dude." And I think it's also like subjective as well. There's like people say, and I definitely agree with it somewhat, that grumps have gone very stale.
It really depends. They have their good series and then
Yeah,
they have their weak
they have
series.
yeah they have their good and their bad. I think it's got more to do with the length of time that they're making content for. When people are making content for like 7 years of the same kind of content, and people like that content and they want to see more of it, it's hard to keep that content fresh
Yeah.
without reiterating,
Yeah, but that's why Aaron is
So
like branching out into more
yeah.
stuff and they're making more kinds of content like 10-minute power hour. That's
Oh my
it's
God.
such a good format because they can do
And
the same format but do it in different ways every single episode.
yeah, and it's funny and it's crazy and it's different, and it works, and it's got to do with like what people can and can't do with their content. Like the reason why they can do that is because they have they have the money to do that. There's people who just can't. There's people who have to make the same stuff over and over again because that's how they live. And people that will get stale. Like if people are doing it for that long, it can get stale. And because you've talked about everything in your life. You've like every joke, every little story you've had. Like you can talk about it for so long, but after a while, you're going to be talking about it again and not remember talking about it. Or doing the same thing, or just having stuff so similar that it's not new anymore. And that's how content creators can become stale. But it's not their fault. It's just what they got to do to survive the YouTubes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shut up.
No, that's totally true. That's another reason I didn't get into animation because like if I tried to do animation for YouTube, that would have just become my life and no thank you.
When I did freelance, that just snapped out of me. I was like, oh, I don't have to animate for YouTube. I'll animate for other people.
Yeah, see, no,
Like,
that's a cool way to do it.
and like none of my stuff is monetized. It stopped being monetized after Maker shut me down. And that was a whole thing. I was connected with Maker Studios, and then they were like, we don't need you anymore. And they took me off, and I was like, okay, fine. And I tried partnering back with you gotta partner back with YouTube to get your monetization fixed up. And they never got back to me. And I did it like 10 times and never happened. So Billy's 2 times, everything I've done on my YouTube channel has never been monetized.
Well, that's a bummer.
But yeah, it sucks. I never like there. If you go on Social Blade, it looks like I'm getting like $400 a month or something like that, and it's like I'm broke currently. That stuff doesn't actually work.
Maybe you should try partnering with what's the one that Mark uses, Scale Labs.
Oh, I don't want to partner with anybody. I don't use my channel enough, and I don't have enough ideas outside of animation because I don't have time to not do animation either.
Well, shit. I mean, I wish you had more time because I have lots of ideas and you'd be perfect for a lot of them.
like I'm currently looking for more work through the summer to get me by, while doing Crash Sim, because I need to live, and if that becomes the case, then I won't have time for doing a lot of other stuff. Like once again, my own work will go on hiatus because of that. but it's how I gotta live, you know.
Yeah, it's the struggles of being an artist / animator.
Yep.
My art hasn't been getting me any money, so I'm gonna have to go back
Really?
to a normal job. Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Like the moment I quit my job, because I was
Yeah.
confident, like, because I was getting money. I was getting money from artwork.
Yeah, and
And-
then it just ceased.
Yeah, like the day I quit my job, I stopped getting
Wow.
commissions.
Um,
I don't know what happened.
yeah, that's crazy. Wow, God, that sucks.
Yeah, so I have to go back to working a shit job.
Not the same job, I hope.
No, it's probably going to be the same job. My boss called me
Oh my
back, and
God.
that's guaranteed if he says yeah. So, and I hated that job, but it's money.
I know, but yeah. At least on my end, I love what I'm doing, but yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, I'm trying to do more art streams.
Yeah.
and all that good stuff.
Are you partnered, or like, are you getting money off Twitch or anything like that? Is that a thing?
I just became an affiliate. I'm not a partner yet.
Oh, okay. Okay. I don't know how Twitch works yet, so I'm not entirely sure how that works. But hopefully that becomes the case for you, because that'd be great.
Yeah, dude. I thought it was going to be. I don't know what the heck
Yeah.
happened. It's just like, oh, you
No,
don't have a
but-
job? Pfft, you don't deserve commissions.
Well,
But yeah, I'm looking back into getting another job because Cody had to pay the bill by himself this month.
I hate that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'm at this point I'm mooching and I hate it.
Yeah, and
I got
dude,
denied
I'm in the same boat.
friggin' food stamps, man. They denied me food stamps here.
What's a food stamp?
Okay, so that's right. You're Irish. So they have a lot of financial assistance in America because this place is
Yeah.
garbage and a lot of people end up homeless or in need
Trump
of
is in my
assistance.
country. How do you think I feel?
Shoot him.
Yeah. But yeah.
But like,
is it basically just like you just bring in the stamp that lets you have food? Or
well, it
something?
used to be literal stamps, like back in the 40s.
Okay.
But now it's just
the 40s.
now it's a card. But like
Okay.
you apply, you give reasoning for like your need for assistance, and then they're like, all right, well, we're gonna give you a phone interview and ask you a couple of extra questions, and then they determine like what your monthly assistance rate is gonna be, and then they send you a card, and then you can buy only food with it. And
Okay.
so I applied for that, and the lady on the phone, because I live in Southern America. I don't know if you know the
Yeah.
stereotypes with the South in America, but
Yeah.
that's where all of
Yeah,
the American stereotypes come from.
Yeah.
I got my cowboy hat on, yeehaw, bang bang, shoot
Oh,
shoot.
yeah.
I'm gonna
No,
eat a
I got it,
cheeseburger.
don't worry.
That is
I
all.
don't know how things are.
That's all the South. That is all the South, and I've seen it. I've seen all of the stereotypes by now, and
God.
they're so condescending. There are so, when you live in the South, you basically live in the Trump fan club. So like people aren't really like they're not like really friendly towards people who ask for handouts. It's like, get a
Yeah.
job. We're not letting lazy bums take advantage of our blah 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 blah. And it's gotten worse since Trump. And
Oh God.
so the lady I was on the phone with when I got my over the phone interview, she sounded really nice at first, and she's like, so I noticed you're 25. And I was like, yeah. And she's like, when was your last, do you have a job, are you currently employed? And I said, no, I just left that job, it was terrible. And then she's like, oh. And then from there, all of the respect in her voice just disappeared because I was a young, able-bodied adult who had just quit their job and was asking for food stamps.
Oh my God.
And she's like, well, what are you doing now? And I was like, well, I'm trying to be self-employed. Self-employed? And she said it like that. And I was like, yes, I'm a freelance artist. And she's like, uh-huh. So immediately after that, she started going through all the information like I was some sort of bratty child. And then she said something important, glossed over it, and said, I hope you remember all that. Bye. And then she hung up. And I waited a week because I thought I was gonna, because she told me all the information for my food stamp. She told me how much I was gonna get. I was gonna get it for 3 months, and then I had to get a job. And I was like, okay. And then I was like, all right, well, I'm getting my food stamps, right? A week later, I get a mail from them, and it says, you didn't provide like your exit paperwork and your last pay stubs, so you're getting denied. And I was like, what the hell? The lady didn't like specify that. I think she did that on purpose because I was a young able-bodied adult who had just quit my job and tried to be an artist.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so there's a lot of disrespect for people asking for quote unquote handouts in the South. But when I was in Michigan, which is in the North, it was a lot easier. I would go in, I would apply, they say okay, and then I'd get it. It was that easy.
Yeah.
So that's why we want to move, because we hate it here.
I completely get where you come from.
Yeah, but I haven't been making any money from artwork, so no move money.
Well, people have been saying in the chat, shoot all your problems away.
I'm in the South. See your problems.
Somebody said, I looked away for 1 second to get my D&D character sheet, then just heard Trump.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, I mean, you could, if you're the DM, you could make Trump an evil character. I mean, he already is, but you can make him a more evil character. Because why not? I'm a DM in Dungeons and Dragons. No, not a lot of people know that.
Oh dang! I've been trying to get into Dungeons and Dragons. I like in my spare time, I've been slowly trying to like set up a campaign, and it's gonna be. I'm so excited to nerd out because it's gonna be completely open for anything. Like you can be any race or class from any fantasy universe that you can think of.
Oh yeah, you told me about this before. Yeah.
Yeah.
You were like, oh, do you want to join in? And I was like, I don't know how. There's so many varieties here.
Yeah, no, that's like, you could just pick, like, you could be like, I want to be a Keyblade wielder, but I also want to be, like, a giraffe ninja. And it's like, do that. Yeah. Do that. Be that. I don't care. As long as you, Dungeons and Dragons, King D, that's what D&D is.
Yeah. You know, that old board game that people were like, Dungeons and Dragons, yeah, I love.
You have to use math and statistics and your imagination.
Yeah.
I just want Call of Duty. I want to shoot guns. Make guys go, "You boom really dead." Big,
I guess it's pop culture now, isn't it? It's a whole thing now. Whereas like 5 years ago, if maybe less than 10 years ago, it was still frowned upon. In recent years, it became more of a thing, and I think Critical Role helped with that. It made it like very commonplace.
That and what was it? There's Dice Camera Action and
Dice Camera Action and
Harmon Quest.
Harmon Quest 2, yeah.
I love Harmon Quest.
It's very funny. But yeah, and the Adventure Zone is one of them. And they have a graphic novel out. It's actually really fun. I like it. But yeah, it became very mainstream to do, and I didn't realize it at the time when I started D&Ding. I guess I was just like, oh, like this is cool, you know, like that nerdy game that people played. Like even I was like during high school, I was like, that stigma of like nerdy people play this. I know I'm part of the bless you.
Thank you.
Like I knew I was part of the nerds, like in a big way, but we were all still very like, oh, we wouldn't play that, you know.
D&D is the bottom level of nerds.
We don't play Magic the Gathering, yet we played Yu-Gi-Oh, you know. It was that kind of stupid thing where it was still that stigma of like, oh, like you got to be a real nerd to play that, you know. It was because it was that thing of like, oh, you gotta LARP and you gotta role play, and I would have loved that, but my friends wouldn't have.
LARPing was so cool when I was like 15. I was like, I want to make foam weapons and beat the shit out of other people. That sounds awesome.
That's what cosplay is now.
Yeah.
But when I started, like, I got into it because of Critical Role. Like I just found it randomly because people started talking about it, and I was like, oh, I'll finally check this out. And when I did, I was like, this is what Dungeons and Dragons is. Oh, this is cool. And then my college friends were like, hey, we're starting a D&D thing soon. And I was like, oh, I would love to join as a player if that's okay. And they were like, yeah. And I was like this gnome. And I talked like this, and I was like really annoying. And I think somebody rolled really badly and dropped me down like 10 flights of stairs. And I lost like loads of HP. It was great.
Somebody rolled really badly and dropped me down 10 flights of stairs. Such a good out of context sentence.
They rolled like a nat 1, and it was a roll to pick me up because we were climbing up loads of stairs, and so they rolled to pick me up and rolled a nat 1, and it was like the whole way there.
I'm gonna take him head on.
Yeah. And then after that, I was like, "Oh, this is fun," but it's whatever. And then one of my mates, who is the complete opposite of what I would consider a nerd, like he still kind of has that nerdy goes on, but he's more like very patriotic kind of dude, where he'd be more into the guns and the Call of Duties, whatever. And he saw my dice set, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I just got I got dice because of Dungeons and Dragons and stuff." And he was like, "Oh dude, I've heard about that a bunch, and it sounds super nerdy, but I've always wanted to try it." And I was like, "Yeah, it's cool." And so he was like, he's got a big house, so he was like, "Oh, I'll get a bunch of our friends together, a bunch of the guys, and we'll head back to mine, grab a few drinks and beers and stuff like that, and we'll have a day of it." And so I was like, "Oh damn, sure." And I became the DM there and came up with this one shot, and everybody was like, I have a recording of the first session. It's funny because I listened back to it, and the beginning, everybody's like, "Oh, this is really stupid and nerdy," and then it's like this immediate snap of everybody's super intensely trying to fight this monster or something, and it's like, whoa, hold up, all these people who would never be part of this, and now they're all as their characters trying to do this one task, and it was a very cool moment. And that's when I knew, hold up, this is the thing we could do every few weeks. And that's what we're still doing, and we're on our second campaign, and it's very intense, and lots of story and lore that I'm coming up with. But yeah, D&D's fun. I like it.
Yeah, dude, you should if you ever get the time, you should totally join my online group, because
yeah, I've never played D&D online with people.
It's pretty much the same thing. You just don't get to sit around like a physical table.
Yeah, that feeling though of sitting around a table, I will admit, I know a lot of people can't get to do it, but it is really cool.
I mean, Ireland, America.
Yeah.
We'll have to use a digital table. I actually would love to get a group of people and sit them in Tabletop Simulator and do D&D in Tabletop Simulator.
Dude, yeah, I've seen that. People have actually done D&D on Tabletop Simulator, and it looks dope.
That's how I would do it. That's how I want to do it.
Yeah.
If I ever get the money, I want to hook up my entire group with Tabletop Sim, just so we can all do it that way.
Hell yeah! It's not that dear either. I don't think.
It's not what?
It's not pricey. Sorry.
I don't think so. I don't think it's too expensive. But it is a little CPU intensive.
Yeah.
My old laptop can run it fine though. So if you just set it to lowest settings, it's good.
Yeah. Has anybody else been saying anything?
I haven't seen any questions.
Neither have I. No, it seems okay.
I've seen dozens of people asking if Tord is in the movie, and
I don't know. Is he?
I don't know. What am I? The guy who's working on the movie?
That's up to the viewer. It's like Netflix. It's it's your interactive story.
I don't want to say whether or not he is, because I think it's funny that up to this point that is still one of the it's like the two questions.
I don't know why people still ask the question.
There are two questions that get asked repeatedly, and it's when is the movie coming out, and is Tord in the movie?
Yeah.
So I don't give a direct answer to either of those things because it's just funny.
The most confusing thing though is that the end came out. Tord's there. Why do people need to know where Tord is in a fan movie?
Well, because we don't know if nobody knows if we're actually going to use him or not.
Yeah, but why do people like Tord? He's not that most. He's not very integral. At the beginning.
So I've actually talked about this with a few people. People like Tord because he doesn't have a character, so you can kind of imprint onto him whatever you want.
Oh.
And that's why you see a lot of like super evil
yeah.
Tord, and you see a lot of like super not evil Tord, because people kind of like want a specific thing for Tord, and when they think about that specific thing, they go, "Oh, well, Tord's awesome."
I never saw it that way. Actually, interesting.
Yeah, I just like his design. I like drawing him. He's fun.
I like the way Paul drew him.
Oh yeah.
I don't. I think the original one kind of. I mean, the black coat though, that works.
Yeah. If we do have him in the movie, I definitely want him to wear the coat.
Yeah, that coat's pretty dope.
I don't know. I'll figure that stuff out with the rewrites.
Did anybody figure out why Tord had a Band-Aid on his cheek at all?
I think that was just an aesthetic thing.
I think so. Became this huge thing though. And the whole like Tom monster situation.
Yeah, the Monster Tom. I do not understand Monster Tom. I don't know where it came from.
Monster Tom is owned by Tom. That is what happened after that. He was. I think it was supposed to be just a big reference to the Crash Zoom short. With that monster in it. I'm not entirely sure. I just know that it's owned by Tom, and it's not an Eddsworld thing, I don't think, anymore.
Well, people have turned it into an Eddsworld thing.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, anything that's in the Eddsworld show has been turned into something.
Yeah, like so people think Monster Tom.
I could be like in a fan thing, you know, like I'm in the show as a character, but I'm dead.
Oh yeah, that's right. You and Mark were in Fun Dead.
Yeah, so
that was back when you had the hat.
Yeah. That character, Billy in the BTT show, still wears that hat, so it's still the same character. But yeah. Oh wait, people say, isn't Tom possessed by a demon? That's up to interpretation.
Yeah, that's up to the fans.
I don't think it ever blatantly states that was Tom.
No, it wasn't. Is the thing.
It hints at it, but it's not. I don't think. Or it was like a serum or something. I think they had this whole they were going to leave it. But it's up to interpretation by the end of it, because you don't see him transform. You just see him gone. So
I think the reason it was mentioned is because of the speculation, and Tom kind of just like rolled with it. As far as I'm aware, unless he's maybe explained it to you at all.
He hasn't. I don't really go into the stuff. We talk about Eddsworld, but in a different context. We don't really talk about the behind or we don't talk about the actual episodes as such.
Well, if you ever talk to him about Monster Tom, tell me, and then we will tell nobody else.
Yeah. I think it's just because I wasn't. I didn't really care, I think, at all about it. But it is confirmed by Tom, and it's been publicly stated that Crash Zoom and Eddsworld are in the same universe. So that is a thing. That's probably why Kate is in Trick or Threat. So.
Megabods asks if General McCoy is canon in actual Eddsworld. Technically, it's like really 50-50.
Yes, it's more like a reference, because that timeline is actually completely different. Because we set our timeline after Space Face.
Yeah, we're completely cutting
before Fun Dead.
We're cutting the end completely out of the equation for the movie.
Wait. So did Fun Dead happen in movie timeline?
Yes. Yeah, Fun Dead happened.
Yeah.
We're doing it directly before the end.
Oh, okay, it's directly before the end. Okay, that makes.
So yeah, it's basically the movie takes place where the end would have. It's like it's a different timeline from that.
Yeah, it's the alternate ending.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes more sense to me. as an outsider. um, yeah, okay. But what was I talking about? I don't remember what my point was. I think
We
it's
were
gone.
talking about Monster Tom.
Yeah. I can't. I don't know.
Man, we've been
but-
going for almost 2 hours.
Yeah, but we'll cut it off shortly because I think my family were like, "Did Billy have dinner?"
I haven't.
So nah, I think it's down there. I don't know, but is there anything I haven't talked about? I mean, if people have seen my YouTube, I don't have long hair anymore. I mean, you don't either.
No, yeah, no, my hair's gone. I've shown that off in a previous stream.
Yeah, I think I showed it off in one of my older videos from last year. But yeah. So the floof. Well, no, my floof is still there, but it's just not long floof.
Yeah, it's why you draw. I mean, people can see your avatar, so like.
Yeah, my character is like it's like he's still got hair. He's still got the fringe and stuff, but it's kind of like thrown up in the air now.
Tom or Matt are not involved with the movie. It's not official.
They are not. Nope. Tom and I work together because we are working on Crash Zoom. I've worked with Matt separately to do Eddsworld stuff, such as like the comics, and chatted to him separately. But neither of them are part of the film directly.
Tom is cool with the movie. He just doesn't want to be part of it.
Yeah. And I think Matt has stated a similar thing.
Yeah, it's a little bit more complicated with Matt because
Yeah, it's got more to do with copyright, but it's still kind of chill.
yeah, Matt says like the movie is the last thing we're allowed to do that is Eddsworld. So
Oh yeah, and
Yes.
that's okay.
no shorts, which I'm totally fine with because those just get in the way anyway.
Also, the we're never doing a best of both worlds again.
Yeah, no, that was before
We didn't
me.
touch that though. I didn't even see that come into fruition until it actually came out.
Yeah, Mark has a bad
Um,
habit of like starting things and not telling anyone about them. I didn't know
That
Tal's
was-
Tales. I had no idea about Tal's Tales
No, neither did I.
until about the week before it went up, and I wish I did so I could have said, "Hey, maybe rewrite a few things," but
yeah.
it was too late by that time, and it got a lot of negative reception, and I almost want to take it off the channel. But if I were to, take things off the channel, we would also lose Best of Both Worlds, and that one has a huge fan following. And
Yeah.
I don't like that one at all.
It didn't, yeah. And somebody said, what's my YouTube channel name? Billy B Creations. It's Billy B and the word creations. It's pretty simple. And then King D said, Tomska won't work with anything Eddsworld related anymore. That is very true. Matt, perhaps. Well, apparently Matt is working on the actual series.
Yeah,
we don't know
Matt's
much
bringing.
about it,
As
but
far as I'm aware,
we'll
he's
see.
bringing back Eddsworld, but he's doing it a little differently.
Yeah, and a lot from what the outside looks like, a lot slower.
Yeah, no, they're trying to pace it, and they're
There's
trying
no-
to
there's
give.
no update. apparently.
They're trying to do alternate episodes with like messages, like.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
I'm not sure how, and they're gonna try to like explain away things apparently. So they're gonna
Yeah.
try to explain away Tord. They're gonna deal with Dead John.
I just hope they don't scrap what happened in the end.
I don't think they will. I think they're going to try to explain it all away.
Yeah,
Which
but I hope they either comes to a point where they rebuild their house or they stay in the apartments. Because I don't want them just randomly appearing in the house back to normal immediately.
I mean, they could. I feel like it would be better if they just kind of said, "Oh, well, the end didn't happen," and they kind of just did what the movie's
It
doing.
would be better, but it would mean that all that work put into it is null and void.
Maybe.
And that, to me, as a person who worked on it, feels heartbreaking.
I don't know. From what I've heard, I think they're going to try to explain away Tord completely. They don't want him to come back.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, of course not.
I think they're going to explain what happened in the end briefly, and then just be like, "Well, Tord's never coming back, and we're just going to go on with our lives," or something like that. That's 50% what I've heard through the grapevine, and 50% speculation. So.
Retro Oreo said, "What specifically do you find unappealing about the Eddsworld movie shorts?" Lots of things.
They just haven't aged well. They're very,
No,
they're very
I
hardcore.
don't think Best of Both Worlds aged well at the beginning.
I think that one should have been aborted, but it's just
it was cool that Vicky rehashed her character. That was awesome.
It made me physically cringe to hear some of those lines come from Vicky, though.
No, the actual dialogue and the script itself. No, thank you.
I felt really uncomfortable with that entire episode.
Well, because it's self-cessed.
It is. It's not
even hinted.
It's so fan driven, and it doesn't feel like it keeps any of the integrity of the show. And
no, Elle should have been a sister to Ed, not some sort of like, oh, I like you, I'm gonna break the mirror. Like, why?
Yeah, they all should have just hung out, and there should have been no weird shippy stuff in that.
And no tickling.
I don't even want to get into that. That
part was just weird.
I don't even want to get into
I
that.
do miss the shorts, to be honest, and I'm fine with putting production on the movie. Cool, because the shorts won't be coming.
Well, see, I've had this idea. It's obviously it hasn't happened.
Well, the crew shorts will be coming.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I did set up like a separate team, separate from the movie, to work on crew shorts. So we do have the movie crew, and then there's like a couple people who said they would like to work on specifically crew shorts. But I have one written, and I actually have two written. I have two shorts written. One is a crew short, and one is actually a non-canon Eddsworld short. So it's completely fan based, like with fan characters. So it's
because we can't use the official characters anymore besides the movie.
But like it was gonna be like a thing we did around April Fools to like get people like questioning things. Like, is this real? Is this gonna happen? But we ended up not being able to do it in time because I was at my job and I couldn't direct people, and everyone else was busy at the time. But we're still probably gonna make it.
And what happened? Oh, what happened to Camp Cowardly? I was this is before you were there. I think, right? Yeah. Camp Cowardly was a hell. It was a hell of a mess. I don't know much about it, and it's whatever. But it was written and it was made to be done by Anthony and Aniko. Anthony taking the first half of it, and Aniko taking the second. Aniko fell off the face of the planet after, don't know what happened to him. Nobody found out why. We can't find him anymore. It's become a whole Tord situation. But that went south, and then I think it was supposed to be reanimated by somebody else, and I can't remember who. And that didn't come out either. I think it was David Toon, maybe. And that didn't happen either because of time, and just stuff didn't work out. And it was long. It was like 10 minutes or something. And it was like good animation. It was like stuff that could have been put into the movie that they just put into a short. And at that stage, I was already like, why are we not just working on the movie? And I was like that for years. I was like, why are we not just working on the movie? Why are there shorts? Why is any of this? You know? But I couldn't say no, whatever. I did the ice bucket thing because it was nice to do because of the whole ALS situation. But but other than that, I didn't work on any other shorts. Oh wait, no, I did. I worked on the very first short, which was me and Mark, and Matt was like, "Get back to work," and that was it. That was all I did, and those were like really like on the spot, you know. But the Camp Cowardly was like this whole big thing, and it didn't happen. And Mark had one that didn't even come to fruition, even in concepts. It was like called Nitbits or Bitwits or something, and it was about the Eddsworld guys like being thrown into a video game, like the Legend of Zelda style, because Ed drew that like Four Swords thing years ago on DeviantArt. And I think that went nowhere either.
I actually wrote a short. I don't know if you remember this, because I ran this short by everybody just as like the whole Matt telling us that we couldn't do shorts thing was going into effect.
Oh yeah.
It was called, what was it called? It was
I don't even remember.
Cola Blooded.
Yeah.
It was okay. So it was. I got the idea from John, because John said he wanted to do something similar, but it was a lot like darker the way he wanted to do it. But
Yeah.
my short was going to be that like Ed runs out of cola in the middle of the night while he's like working on stuff, and he tries to go get more because he needs more.
Yeah.
But he can't go anywhere because everything's closed, and he starts like going into a frenzy, and he comes back, and Eduardo is like out with the dudes, and they're like doing a bonfire, and Eduardo offers him a Diet Cola. He's like, "Hey, drink this stuff, it's better anyway." And Ed's desperate, so he drinks the Diet Cola, and it turns him slowly into Eduardo. He starts getting like the rings around his eyes, and he starts snapping at people.
That part. Oh my god. It's like a Halloween episode.
Something like that. But like,
Because it's like somebody turning into a werewolf.
But like, yeah, he starts like snapping at Tom and Matt like Eduardo does, and
Yeah.
and then Tom like finds some emergency cola, and Ed's like, "Oh, thanks."
Yeah, he's back to normal.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, that's still a good idea. I just wish, you could work with the characters. It would have been actually a fun one to do.
Maybe I'll try to give the script to Matt.
Yeah, why not? People asked anything recently? No, Camp Carolee. Someone stopped watching Eddsworld, but not us. Some people stopped watching Eddsworld, but not us. I stopped watching Eddsworld.
Billy, do you have any favorite singers?
I favorite singers. I have a lot of bands. I think my favorite singer is Daniel, just because he's so cool.
Damn,
So, like,
Daniel.
damn Daniel. Just because I just love his voice. And Starlight Brigade just shows his range so well. But yeah, NSP are probably one of my favorite bands because I've like if not all their CDs besides Under the Covers.
I used
which
to
I
have
still listen to.
I used to have a couple Starbomb and NSP CDs, and they're gone now.
Yeah.
I remember when Starbomb first released their first album, I got it signed and with
Yeah.
the stickers and everything,
Ooh, nice one.
and that is gone now.
Oh no.
I
Is
lost
that
a
from,
lot of
like,
that cool
you?
stuff.
Yeah.
I had so many different CDs that were signed by the bands when I like went to things, and they're just all gone.
God. I think I like I used to be huge into punk pop. Like I never had like an air quotes emo phase, but I've always had like I guess it's an alt phase. I don't know. But I never dressed like it. I just liked the music. And still a really big fan of punk, and I still listen to a lot of it today. But I also do love like Zelda pieces, like orchestral, just flowing pieces, and then there's like the jazz and the whatever. But yeah, it's a lot of big mixes.
Yeah.
There's nothing definite. But I think NSP, if people were looking for like a legitimate band, like I used to be really into either All Time Low, so that was like my big thing. And then if you talk about the comedy stuff, that's definitely NSP. So that's the question answered.
Yeah, I've always been into ska. Like ska has been like my genre for years.
I really like Real Big Fish.
Real Big Fish, Less Than Jake, fucking
Yeah, less than Jake.
Two-Tone, or not Two-Tone, the Toasters. My favorite song ever in the ska genre is Two-Tone Army. I don't know why. It probably has something to do with kablam, but like it's such a good tone. Like it's a good melody. It's really slow, but it's really just fun.
Yeah, when music is fun, that's always good.
Yeah, like
Guys, what is Eddsworld? What is Eddsworld was real? Oh, what if Eddsworld was real? How Tom would look? Tom would look like him if Eddsworld was real. Because that's Tom.
He would just have no eyes or black
Yeah.
eyes, depending on what your opinion on that is.
He has eyes. They're black. That is an official statement by Ed and Tom.
Okay. Well, they also have done like.
But he can put his hand through them.
There was also the Play-Doh joke.
Yeah.
See, this might be a spoiler, but I kind of want to do a bit in the movie where there's a scene where
that kind of comes back in.
There's a scene where guns are being fired and a bullet flies at Tom. He's like, "Hey Tom, can you take a look?" And Tom,
watch out for the kitten. Sorry.
Tom gets up to look to see if there's any danger, and a bullet flies into one of his eye sockets, dings around his head, and then flies out the other.
That's funny.
Because I like the idea of playing with both sides of that coin.
Yeah. I mean, like they said, that's it's an official statement. They said that, but I don't know how they got around it. They were like, yeah, he has black eyes, but, and never actually said what the but. I think they're probably like portals or something that just, like, it's just like a hole that goes in, comes out the other kind of situation or something.
Maybe.
Maybe.
What if they're cartoon like pocket holes?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like you just put a black surface on the ground and it's an actual hole.
Yeah, I like that theory. I like that his eyes are just cartoon portals.
Because that means that there's still eyes. It means that they're not sockets.
Yeah, they're on his face.
Yeah,
but they're also they're malleable for what any instance that a cartoon might need.
Yeah, I think it might just be a fact that it's a cartoon. What happened to the signed CDs? Did you move houses? Oh yeah, nobody knows about.
Oh yeah, I've moved around a lot and I was homeless for a long time. I was homeless off and on for about 4 years, so I lost a lot of stuff. I'm lucky to have as much as I have now, but I've also been thrifting a lot, so that's where a lot of my recent stuff has come from.
But you know what? You're doing good. For now.
Oh, Cotton the Random Bunny makes a good point. If you watch Spares, the machine just takes eyes out of his head.
Yeah. But that doesn't actually work then, does it?
Yeah. I don't think they really knew what to do with Tom's eyes, and in the end, they were
I
just
don't
like,
think
hey,
so
he just has
either.
black eyes.
I think they might have just been like, let's just do anything with them.
They're completely situational, and that's kind of what I just stick by.
I think that works because in the first Santa Claus, Tom puts on 2 eyes, and he's like, "I'm beautiful." So I don't know what the situation is, but as far as I'm aware, they said he is black.
I think it is black eyes, and the whole him not having eyes is situational to whatever clever joke they could come up with. And I think the reason he has black eyes, and I don't know if this was ever stated, but I think the reason is because when Tom drew his quote-unquote fan character to get into the show, he drew... It was just a line, so instead of keeping the line, they just gave him black eyes.
I know how that works, because when people wanted me to draw them, I didn't know what their eye color, so I just put them in like black pupils. So that's probably what kind of came about it. It was like, I don't know what color your eyes are, and there's just a black line here. I'll just give you black eyes. So I think that's how Ed came up with that. Possibly, that's the theory. Have we played Super Smash Bros? Yes, my main is Link.
I'm trash. I mean Incineroar, and
Oh, really?
yeah, it's when we're playing Omega, I usually try to bait Incineroar, and then if I'm not playing Incineroar because we have like moving stages, I usually try to do like man, I haven't played in a while.
Yeah.
I had like Falco.
Falcon Punch. I mained Falco for a while. Or not Falco, sorry, Captain Falcon.
Oh yeah, no, I'm Falco.
Um,
Birdman.
Birdman. Somebody said, Jake the Barcode says, oh wait, no, that's a different question, but I'll read this one too. What about when he shot in his perfect eyes and space face, but then Ed shoots a laser gun and they go back to normal?
That's maybe where his black eyes came from.
Oh my god.
What if he didn't have eyes, but now he does have eyes, and they're just ruined normal eyes, fake eyes from Space Face?
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, we've solved the puzzle, you guys. He does have black eyes. They're just the ones from Space Face that got ruined, and that's why they squish when Tom rubs his eyes in Hammer and Fail.
Somebody said, and I don't know where it is, what would we do if we met the Eddsworld crew?
I'd say hi, we'd hang out, and that'd be probably it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm meeting Tom in the next 2 weeks, so technically...
You're gonna punch him really hard in the kidney for me, right?
I'm not punching him in the kidney, stop with that.
I will send you brass knuckles.
Oh my god.
Tell him it's from me.
That has been... these guys have never heard this, but that has been Pip's main thing about me meeting Tom. Punch him in the gut.
Yeah, ever since
I've mentioned the idea.
Yeah, ever since Billy first said he was going to meet Tom, I was like, cool, punch him really hard in the kidney for me.
Yeah.
He called me damaged.
Yeah.
So
I'm bringing one of my mates who huge big all-time Tom Scott fan, and the guy who probably maybe introduced me to Eddsworld. I can't remember if we just found out at the same time or whatever, but we talked about Eddsworld, and when he found out I was working for Tom, he went ballistic. He was like, what? Oh my god, when are you meeting him? Can I meet him? Can we fly over to London, and can I rape him? like it was like, oh my god, you, like, how? And I told him that we were going to fly to Tom this summer, and even before I even mentioned, like, I wanted to, I was gonna Skype scum Tom after Crash Zoom firing squad, just for like an end of the episode, kind of like, you know, just a chat on Skype or whatever. And we did, and he was like, oh my god, tell me what day and I'll be in the room with... No, that's not how this works. You are not part of this. This is my job. I don't want to ruin it. So when I said I was going to visit him in July, he was like, I'm coming with you. I was like, okay, just don't be a weirdo about it. And so to kind of mellow out that whole situation, he messaged me on a group chat with a bunch of our other friends and was like, oh, if I ever met Tom, I'd do this, and this, blah, blah, blah. I just sent that screenshot to Tom. And Tom was like, why can't it ever be girls that say that? And so my mate was like, I showed him the screenshot of Tom reacting to it, and he was like, oh my god. So now he's meeting him in person in the next 2 weeks because we're both going to the same con. I'm just going to be interested in what happens with that.
Tom deals with a lot of fans. I'm sure it'll be nothing.
Yeah. Good. But I got a priority ticket so that I could be there at 9:30 in case there's like they're early or whatever, and I can help set up or just like chill around. Because I basically asked him, hey, since Ben isn't gonna be there, can I just be fake Ben? And he was like, yeah. So
get yourself some goggles.
I think I said that to him. I was like, I can't, like, if I'll get fake goggles if I have to. But yeah, I think he said like the people, like, it's Charlie's going to be there too, which I'll get a picture of both of them. I'll probably have Tom sign Astif book and the Legacy poster or something. But,
Take your sketchbook so Charlie can
um,
doodle something in it.
oh my gosh, yes.
I do that
Um,
anytime I meet up with an artist friend. I always carry my sketchbook so that we can like trade doodles.
Yes.
So if me and you ever meet, you got to doodle in my sketchbook. It's the rule.
Oh, dude, hell yes. But yeah, I'm very excited to meet them. I'm gonna be very mellow about it though, because I've talked to them before. Like it's like I've never met them before.
Yeah, they're
but,
just your buds now.
Yeah, it's like if it was me when I was 9, that's a different story. But yeah, it'll be a cool time, and I'm not punching him in the kidney.
Well, then at least tell him I wanted you to punch him in the kidney.
Oh no, I will tell him. I will tell him what happens.
Like, I really wish I had a set of brass knuckles that I could send you, so you could like take them to Tom and give them to him, and he's like,
and one of them says Tom, the other one says kidney.
so that like you could hand them to me and be like, listen,
Yeah.
Pip, you know the Eddsworld movie guy, he wanted me to punch you really hard in the kidney, but out of respect for you, I'm not. Otherwise, it would be very funny.
He said, "Oh, this is funny. I don't know if he cares, but he sent me a picture or he sent me a video Tom did a few months ago, of him by himself in the studio, and he was just throwing knives at boxes and stuff, and I think he accidentally stabbed the merch box, and it was like, oh no." That's not, like the end of the video is just that was it. But, yeah, he's a funny dude. Apparently, every holiday he gets himself a new knife, which I think is pretty dope.
Yeah, he likes weapons a lot. He's very
does.
American for a Brit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very American for an Irish person.
Yeah, you don't have like the crazy like Jacksepticeye Irish tone.
I don't have an Irish accent really. No, like if I'm actually talking to my mates, I'll go like full on Irish. I think I'm half like translating myself sometimes.
The Irish in me comes out sometimes when
because like I don't pronounce my T's on half the words. Like lot is a lot, or a lot. or bat. Like if I was actually doing like bat, it'd be like bat. You know, like there's no T's.
It's very European.
I'm in Europe.
Yeah.
I ain't the UK, so but yeah, I'd be talking like this half the time if I was like full on Irish, but I don't, luckily. So it's a good mixture of it.
The first time I did the art stream, so basically 2 streams ago, when I did the first art stream for the movie channel, I was so nervous. Like 80 people showed up, and I got so nervous that I started speaking, and I had an Irish accent.
Oh, how are you guys? Well, welcome to the stream.
Well, it wasn't. It was more subtle, but like if you go back and listen to it, you can hear like, oh yeah, there's kind of a bit of that in there.
You're not. Are you even part Irish?
Yes, that's
okay.
it's in my genetics, and I talk to a lot of people in that area. So
okay.
I have a lot of British and a couple of Irish friends, and I have a Scottish friend, and so sometimes that stuff that stuff just rubs off on me. Sometimes I no longer call bins trash cans. I call them bins now.
Yeah.
So
trash can is just odd to say now.
Yeah, no, it is, and I no longer say raccoon. I no longer say raccoon. I say raccoon.
Yeah, raccoons.
And sometimes I even throw like the in it, like the raccoon.
Raccoon.
What else was there? I still haven't started calling chips crisps yet because
That's a hard one.
Yeah.
But French fries are chips, so.
Yeah. Somebody asked you what your favorite chips were, and I was about to be like chips/crisps.
Okay, so yeah, my favorite crisps. I don't know. Some off-brand or some like brand that nobody knows. Because I mean, no, actually, Pringles are good. I like barbecue Pringles.
Dude, Pringles are top tier crispy chips.
Yeah. or if we're going for a night out, like like at a birthday sesh, which is like drinking session kind of thing. I will get hot and spicy Doritos with sour cream dip.
Ooh.
But if we're getting cool ranch Doritos, or whatever they're called, cool original Doritos, you get the salsa dip. You can't do the other way around.
You gotta conflict those flavors.
Yeah, you gotta get the contrast. You can't just do whatever. And a lot of people are like, why do that? And I'm like, because it tastes delicious. Shut up.
that is a thing I've noticed, that you've mentioned, like how you go to places and you have drinks with buds.
Yeah,
that's funny because
way too much.
That's funny because like people are like, oh, what's an Irish stereotype, and I'm just like, well,
I don't drink that often though. I'm not a huge drinker. All my friends will go out and they'll get lashed, as they say.
Give me the pint of the black stuff.
I don't drink Guinness. I don't like beer. I've had beer. I've had Guinness. I've had stout. I've had ale. Whatever. I don't like anything but Orchard Thieves cider.
See, I'm the same way. I drink a Mike's Hard Lemonade.
I also love whiskey, rum, and anything that's a spirit. So,
I just drink hard lemonades because I just like something that tastes like a cola. But that's
anything with just like a mix is fine with me.
But I'm not a big fan of drinking at all. In fact, I would say even less so in like groups. Like say I know I keep saying this, but say we were to hypothetically hang out at some point. I'd probably be okay. Like if it was me and you hanging out somewhere, I'd probably be okay with having a Mike's Hard. But like if we were in a group of people who were all drinking, I would be non-existent. I would be non-existent in a group any larger than 4 people with alcohol.
Really?
Yeah, I don't even like being in groups of people larger than 4 in general. I start to get panicked.
My group is like 10 people, maybe more.
That would scare me. I would be so quiet.
Really?
Yeah. I've noticed this about myself.
I'm a huge extrovert though.
I mean, I am too, but like not in large groups. I have
well, especially if you don't know the people, but I've known. So.
It doesn't matter if I've
really?
been in situations where I've known like everybody in the room. I have the worst crowd anxiety that I can't explain, because I love talking to people. I love socializing and talking, but the moment it gets in over like 4 people, that's when the anxiety starts to sink in, and I start to just like shut down.
Of course. Oh, that's a good one.
I'm drinking LaCroix. Don't judge me.
I've never had LaCroix.
Don't have LaCroix. I'm drinking the orange kind because like all the other flavors look really gross, but the orange kind is gross. It just tastes like orange rind.
Isn't it just fizzy water?
It's kind of fizzy water.
With flavors?
Yeah. But this orange LaCroix tastes like the outside of an orange. It tastes like the rind.
Ew.
Yeah, it's not good. I'm only drinking it
honestly,
because we bought it.
Like I since we don't have LaCroix, I'll get myself like fizzy water with flavoring in it. As like a way to wean myself off Coca-Cola, because I drink a lot of Coca-Cola, but like it's a good substitute, and definitely healthier. But
yeah,
oh man, I just like Coca-Cola.
I've got a 2-liter serving bottle here, and I used it as my water bottle.
That's the horrible thing to say. I used to get the 2-liter bottle of cola every day for 5 years.
Oh no! See, I would do that too. I would always buy a 2-liter and chug it in like a day and a half, and then
less.
yeah, no, it was terrible. And I used to like whenever we'd go to the grocery store and I had like $6.
I was incredibly skinny.
Yeah, no, you're one of the rare people who can be a freaking twig and have a high metabolism. My best buddy,
but not anymore. I have a chub boy.
Do you have a goblin body now? Are you like skinny everywhere except your gut?
No, I'm thick everywhere except my face.
Oh, I see.
I like facially, I think anybody who's seen me has been like, that guy's skinny.
You got fat eyebrows.
I don't fix my eyebrows. I don't touch them. I just have caterpillar eyebrows, as my ex-girlfriend used to say. I used to be like you don't use stone in America, do you? You use like kilograms and pounds and stuff.
It's
I
mostly
don't know how
like it's mostly like that.
let me see if I can find 7 stone to kg. I used to be 44 kilograms when I was 14, which is tiny, and definitely way under the weight I should have been.
Yeah, that's like that's what 96, 97 pounds, I think.
44 kg to pounds. 97, yeah.
Yeah. God, I can't believe I actually knew that. That's like, well, I mean, how old you said?
I was 14.
14 at
Until
97?
like 16.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
about. I think that's about average in America. Honestly, I think around 100
Oh,
pounds.
really?
Yeah.
And now I'm like, I'm a big old boy now. What am I? This is gonna sound dreadful. I'm I'm 196 pounds.
Oh, dude, I'm like 230, 240, so don't even worry about it.
Actually, I might be a stone lower. I might be like another set lower. Let me see. Yeah, I'm like midway through that. I'm midway through 182, 190.
Dude, I'm pretty fat. I'm like half Tom. Like,
Oh.
I'm Tom's a big boy.
Tom's a big old boy, but I can't wait to hook.
Billy, where'd you go?
Yeah.
Oh no, I killed him.
Oh no. Oh, need a new animator.
But yeah, I used to.
I'm
We would go over to I'd go over to my buddy Nick's house, and he was a twig and could eat and drink all day and not gain a pound. He's starting to get a goblin body now because his metabolism's slowing down. But he, like, you could see his bones. He would eat.
Yeah.
He would eat like 3 times the serving size
sick.
I would eat, and you could still see his freaking rib cage, and it was so weird.
Wow.
But like, he would invite me over, and he'd be like, "All right, I got you a 2-liter," and I'd be like, "Ah, damn, you know I'm gonna drink all that, right?"
Boy, you spoil me.
He does, and his mom makes cookies like every time I'm over, and
Ooh.
they're homemade and they're really good. And she started making them differently. She started making them with like the stuff you use to make cake, and she started calling them cakeys.
Ooh, that's cute.
They're so good.
They're so good. I'm wearing them right now.
I haven't been able to hang out with him in a long time though, because he's up in Michigan. But
right. Oh, so there's this candy store in like where I was in Ireland the other day, called Candyland or whatever, and it's all these imported American sweets and stuff. And for the first time physically, I saw Lucky Charms.
wow.
They don't sell them here.
I wonder why.
I wonder. But I did get to try a Jolly Rancher, which was interesting. And a Sour Patch Kid, and Twizzler.
Jolly Ranchers are pretty good.
Yeah, I like Jolly Ranchers.
They're a little too sweet.
I think is it Jolly Rancher gum you can get?
I don't know. They make all sorts of like different variations of candies.
I think I got that. And then I had like a Monster, and I was like, ooh. I like the pink one still though.
Monsters are disgusting to me now. They taste like metal. I used to drink like I used to drink one a day. And
wow.
Yeah, no, I have an irregular heartbeat, so that messed with my my body really bad. I started getting palpitations real bad, and I was like, I have to stop drinking these. But now I drink Rock Stars. they're similar, but they have more of like a fruity flavor to them.
There's a pink Monster, and it tastes like Fanta Exotic. So
I guess that's why people get that one all the time.
Do a lot of people get the pink one?
Yeah, I when I worked at Kenjo, which is the gas station I worked at, a lot of people would grab the pink Monsters.
Yeah, it's just really tasty. The purple one's good too, but it's whatever. I do like the pink one though. It makes me feel like a boy.
They just started selling Reese's cups in England.
No, we've had Reese's cups.
No, Pat's saying they just started selling them there recently
Maybe where she
in London.
lives. But I saw Reese's cups when I was in London.
Huh.
I'm pretty sure. Wait, Reese's cups are the same as Reese's Pieces, right?
Yeah, they're the chocolate peanut butter.
Yeah.
Also, thank you
they're
for
the
saying them
little peanut
correctly,
butter cups.
because people who live in America are idiots and they call them Reese's Pieces.
I think is that not? They're not joking, aren't they?
No, they're not joking. They actually call them
They're not-
Reese's Pieces.
They're not joking. Oh my god, Reese's Pieces.
Yeah, there's Aaron made a joke
that
about
just
it.
reminds me of the Aaron thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
where it's like
You came into my store.
you and your Reese's Pieces.
You came into my store. You stealing all my
Yeah.
Reese's Pieces.
Yeah. I love that video. Or what's the one where it's like Stacy.
Oh yeah, the vocal warm-ups.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
hate
Ba, ba, ba,
Stacy.
ba. Stacy Denny. Wait a minute, I'm Stacy Jennings. That's the fun stuff.
Yeah.
Where I lived, they were rare. That's probably what it was. They started selling them in co-op. Oh right, okay. I mean, because I was in London and I was beside the airport. I think it was a co-op, and I think I saw someone there. I think you're wrong. I could be just thinking of where I am. Is the chat messing up or anybody else, or is that just me? What you mean, boy?
What do you mean, boy? Check.
Boy, what do you mean?
I'm okay, Dad.
Oh dang it, Bobby. Boy, I used to be able to do it really well. I can't do it anymore.
What was the one that?
Oh dang it, Bobby. Can't do
What
it.
was the one that Oh yeah, you do a really good Johnny Bravo.
Oh, I haven't done Johnny Bravo in a while.
I remember hearing you do it,
Yeah.
and now when people are like, "Hey, do Johnny Bravo," I was like, "Hey, go ask Billy for that one."
How did I do it? Hey, no.
Hey, pretty lady. Oh, mama.
Hey. I can't remember what he says as a sentence that I used to use. Oh yeah, it's the crossover with Velma or with Scooby Doo.
Oh, I love that one. Oh,
Yeah.
I love that.
And where it's like Velma's like, oh no, I can't see without my glasses, and he's like, I can't be seen without my glasses.
I love that.
Mama, no.
I love that episode, and the thing I remember most from it, other than Johnny trying to hit on Daphne, was the chase scene where they're going through all the doors and they play such a good song. It was
Oh yeah.
Happy Haunted Horror House or something like that.
It was really catchy.
It was really good. Just the thought of being around you makes me so sicky.
What was I think I did a Johnny Bravo thing on Instagram, didn't I? Or something. It was oh yeah, it was like I'm Demetra, mistress of the night, and Johnny's like, and I'm Johnny, master of the universe. Which I thought was funny. I haven't done Johnny in a while, so I'm pretty crappy at it right now.
I've told you about all the little parody shorts that I want to do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I might need to get you in for like a voice or two on one of those.
Yeah, those would be cool.
Have I told you about Qwerty Film?
The what?
I was working on an Asdif parody, and I kind of wanted to make it separate from an Asdif parody now. I kind of want it to be its own thing, but still heavily inspired by Asdif. But I've called it Qwerty Film.
Okay.
But I'm gonna change the name, I think. But I have.
Is it QWERT?
Yeah,
Or...
like
okay,
just like across the row on the keyboard, just like Asdif.
Right. Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna call it like but like I have a bunch of shorts written, and I might want to run them by you. Actually, I might run them by chat here too. Actually, let me just open them because oh shit, I don't have them written out. That's right, I recorded them with Cody. I'll just do a couple of them. But one of them, do you know what?
How long have we been on for?
We're over 2.5 hours.
Oh wow, we're almost the length of Endgame.
Why did you want to cut it
We'll
off?
probably have to wrap it up in like 20 minutes.
We can wrap it up now. It's fine.
You sure? I want to hear your stuff.
Okay. We'll do the QWERTY film thing. I'll get people's opinions, and then we'll call it good.
Yeah. Yeah, just because I think I still need to get food.
Yeah, I know. I need to eat as well. My stomach is going nuts right now.
We're chubby boys. We need to eat.
Yeah. Well, we don't need to eat, but gosh, I sure like to.
But I was fasting today. I won't.
But like one of the bits. Do you know what the game is?
The what?
I don't know if that's like made it to Ireland, but like it's just called the game. Where to play the game is to think of the game, and to think of the game is to lose the game. So like someone just walks up to you and goes, "You lost the game," and then you go, "Ah, shit."
No.
That's the whole game. Does anybody in chat know what I'm talking about?
I know the Flash game called The Game.
No. This was a thing that was really big when I was in school, and I've heard it in multiple schools that I went to, because I've moved around even a lot as a kid.
That would mess with my head.
So yeah, no, people would literally just go, "You lost the game," and everybody in class would go, "Fuck." But I might not do this skit now because everyone I've asked about this doesn't know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
So I might not do this one, but the first one I thought of was called The Game, and it goes, it's like a room full of people, and it pans over to these two guys, and this guy's like, "All right, so get this. It's the game, but when you lose, you die." "Why would you say that out loud?" And then everybody starts dropping, and then it's just quiet
God.
for like... And then like a door in the back of the room goes, "I won the game!"
Oh god.
But I feel like if I have to explain the game every time somebody watches it, it's probably not a good bet. Once I've explained the context, it's funny, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I might not do that one.
It's a very, I guess, a niche like game.
Yeah. There was shit. What was another one? There was one that me and Cody recorded. Like we recorded like 5 of these, like all in one take.
Ooh.
One of them wasn't very funny, I don't think, but it's like a time traveling wizard comes back to his time, and it's like, "I am back. The wizard, he's returned! Oh, good Lord, wizard, he's returned from the future.
Please, give us the information you have brought from times to yet be had."
Don't eat Taco Bell. Gives you the poops. Whoa! And then like somebody's mind actually blows up. Like,
Oh my god, that has to be a thing. That has to be made.
I'm glad you like that one. I didn't think it was very
I
funny.
love that one.
It's better than a butt farting. That's for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But that's top of your resume right there. But
Oh yeah. You know, right? I didn't even put that in my animation reel. that I
you
put
sound
today.
so sour.
No, I liked doing it. I mean, like it was interesting that I got to rip off a stickman's face, but like, I don't know. Putting a video or putting a clip of a white background and a white character with their face ripping off that isn't, that's like super quick. It's not good for reference, I guess.
I guess so. What was
it doesn't
another
look
one?
good. It doesn't look good against the colored stuff.
One of them was just called Infinity Stones.
Oh god. Okay.
So this guy, I don't know if I'm gonna make it Thanos or not, but a guy has like
Yeah.
an Infinity Gauntlet. It's gonna be like simply drawn, but the Infinity Gauntlet I want to look detailed. So he's gonna like hold it up, and it's gonna be like, "Finally, after all these trials and tribulations and the time spent searching for the stones, I have all 6." And it like you just hear. No, don't do it! Ah! Wait, why aren't we dead? And then it pans back over to the guy with the Infinity Gauntlet, and his arm is crushed under the gauntlet.
Yeah.
And it's just like, "What would you do for a Klondike bar?" He's
Oh
got...
my god! He just gets a Klondike bar.
Yeah, he snaps his finger for a Klondike bar. He goes out of his way to traverse the galaxy and fight off the Avengers for a Klondike bar.
Oh my god!
I know my little arm, but my big old Klondike's for me.
I want his arm to be like super messed up too. Like the gauntlet needs to be like crinkled like a wrapper.
Yeah, or like you could literally just make it look like it's made of paper.
Yeah. Crap. What was another one? Oh, Time to Die. I think Time to Die is my favorite one. It's the most clever for me. So, a guy walks up to another guy. He's like, "Hey, Tim, you got the time?" Or no. It's not. That's not how it goes. Hold on. I have to remember. Okay. So he's like, "Hey, Tim, you know what time it is?" And Tim puts on sunglasses and holds up a gun. He goes, "Yeah, it's time for you to die." Wait, isn't your watch a little slow? Actually, it's a little fast. Oh no, I'm late! And then he just like runs. And then it cuts to a funeral with like an open casket and nothing inside, and just people just like on their phones waiting. And then he just runs. You just hear, "Sorry, I'm late." Poof. And then like everyone's like, finally.
Oh my god!
Because it was time for him to die.
Yeah. No, his roommate should have been the Grim Reaper.
No, that would have made it like
Yeah, it would have made it super. It was super like.
I wanted it to seem like he was threatening him, but it was actually telling him the time.
Yeah. It's your time to die.
It's time to die. Wait, isn't your watch a little slow? Actually, it's a little fast. I'm late.
Just all the way up to the coffin. It's hilarious. Just hit all you.
Sorry, I'm late.
Yeah, I love that. So
it's very Asda.
Yeah. Well, like actually, that's probably more in depth than Astaf, honestly.
Yeah.
Like Astaf is like, you know, really, really in your face joke that you know is going to be turned on its head.
Yeah. Not always. There were some really clever ones, but
Oh yeah, but like back at the start, yeah. But then it gets harder to do that over time. So like Astaf 11, that's the reason why there are butt farts, was because first of all because they did that purposely.
I mean, if Tom wants to come to me for ideas, I've got 4.
I do like those a lot. Those are great.
Yeah.
The wizard one and the last one were great.
The game one is funny if you understand the game.
Yeah, but I've never heard of that before now. So.
Maybe I'll change the context of it to like.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it's like. So I've implanted a chip, so if anyone hears a certain word, they all die. What word? Taco. Oh no! I don't know. It doesn't seem as funny in that regard, but
Yeah.
Danganronpa, barely. It's like an anime, right? I don't know.
Danganronpa. I've heard things about it.
Lucy
I know
Dreamer
people
asked.
who've watched it, but really I like anime. I don't watch a whole lot of it.
Yeah, there's some good ones, but
Yeah.
Well,
I I was on a whole My Hero Academia binge only because somebody told me to like watch it, and I was like, you're never gonna stop making these memes until I watch it, are you? And they're like, nope. So.
But then it turned
I
out to
did,
be
and I really
top
liked it.
tier.
Yeah, and I was like, oh damn, I love this. Like I'd gotten a Crunchyroll subscription just to watch it, like. But yeah, it was cool. But I think I watched like Sword Art years ago, like the first 2 seasons, and it's not great.
No, the first half of the first season is awesome, but then like after
I
that...
love the first season and part of the second season, but the rest of it just sucks.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, freaking Colin. Hey, Colin.
Colin, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Well, they're still going.
Yeah, we're heading towards 3 hours.
Yeah, we're ending soon.
Yeah, we should probably call it. I'm getting so hungry it's starting to hurt. So
Yeah. But you know, this was fun though, and it was cool. Bunch of questions with also a bunch of fun times.
yeah, it was supposed to just be an interview, but it turned into a full live podcast. So, I mean, it's fun though.
Because why not?
I definitely want to do more of these. I might do some of these with the crew. I might try to get hold
Yeah.
of maybe Matt, and I don't know, maybe if Tom would want to do it. I highly doubt it, but like,
Yeah, I don't think Tom will.
um,
Not that like, you know, he's bad dude or anything, but like I think he's just got ties. with
yeah,
the
he's
movie.
done with it. He's donezo with Eddsworld, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I would like to at some point maybe just talk to Tom about his creative process, though, mostly for me because I want to be
Oh, yeah, of
a
course.
producer, and that would be cool.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't know. It's really hard getting in touch with people that cool, so we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, oh, that's my
Also,
stomach.
he
I
thinks
was
I'm
just-
damaged, so that's another thing.
I think that was hopefully just a joke.
Probably, but
'Cause
you know,
that was the Thomas the Tank Engine thing, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Except I also made a YTPMV.
Yeah.
And his response was, "Who hurt you?"
Yeah, I think he's cool though. I think he's cool with it.
Yeah, just punch him really hard, right in the kidney.
I will mention it. I'll hurt him emotionally in the kidney.
I've never felt such emotional pain in my kidney.
Yeah.
I think this
I
is
guess
gonna do
we'll
it,
end
guys.
Here, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is gonna do it. I think we're gonna cut it off here.
Fun time.
This was fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. We should do like a if we ever figure out how to do this on YouTube, like a drawing. Oh, we could do draw pile.
Yeah, I'd love to do a draw pile. I've also like figured out a way to do it over like Discord, where you can like share your screen, and then I can share your
Yeah,
screen
yeah.
on my screen. Or
Yeah.
something that'd be cool.
That'd be dope.
Can you? Okay, hold on.
Wait, before you leave, can you do Elmo voice so I can scare my sister? Okay.
What's her name? What's her name? So I
Yeah,
what's her
what's
first
your
name?
sister's
So
name?
I can do the Elmo voice and really like get to her.
Yeah, cause like
This would be really scary.
All right,
Yeah.
we're gonna end on Elmo. That's gonna be great.
Elmo loves Eddsworld. Yeah. Stay tuned for the Eddsworld Fan Movie.
you can do it so much better than me.
2014. Kylie.